See caramel skin, standing 6'1" with tattoos all over him. The way he gives it to me keeps me coming back. Ain't no limits to that, and I can't take it. Ain't no faking, no. So ambitious, you got me tripping, and he's so gangsta, hold me down like an anchor. Oh, baby, sit back and let me show you what I can do. Get so close, you rub off all my perfume. Fill me up, baby, with your love, baby. Let it out, baby. Let it out for me. Fill me up, baby, with your love, baby. Come inside, baby. Just let it out for me. Come show me how much you need this. Experiencing all of my secrets. Don't worry about all this leakage. I'm sorry if I leave you speechless. Bury my face in the pillow. You tryna make her a widow. You come again, but you still go. I'm tryna keep up with your tempo. I know you got a lot to prove, but you already made your move. Ain't nothing you need to improve. I just need you to keep it going. Fill me up, baby, with your love, baby. Let it out, baby. Let it out for me. Fill me up, baby, with your love, baby. Come inside, baby. Just let it out for me. Don't rush too much, just rock with me. I love the way you work it, babe. Legs up, handcuffed, so I can't escape. Make sure the neighbors hear your name. Don't rush too much, just rock with me. I love the way you work it, babe. Legs up, handcuffed, so I can't escape. Make sure the neighbors hear. Fill me up, baby, with your love, baby. Let it out, baby. Let it out for me. Fill me up, baby, with your love, baby. Come inside, baby. Just let it out for me. Out for me.
CMPRadio.net, man. It's the morning meeting. Miss Info, Uncle P.
Good morning.
Listen, we're here, man. I know y'all can't see us, but we're here. We're definitely here,
We
man.
did it.
Shout out to Miss Sophisticated with Fill Me Up.
Fill me up. Every time I hear it, honey.
I can't say that, but there's no reason. There's no reason for a man to say "Fill me up."
I can. We be men running around here singing it though.
Who?
Men. They be singing it. Good morning. Good morning. They be
Anyway.
like, fill me up, baby. Y'all hear that Tory song? That's the shit.
Shout out to Maserati Red, man. With haters, man. Yes, we are the most hated radio show in the area. We're hated by your mother, your father, your cousins, your
And uncles.
brothers.
It's the uncles for me.
It's the uncles for you?
It's the uncles for me.
It's the we're definitely hated. And, like I say, man, love me with your hate, man. So just keep giving me that hate, because if you hate me, I'm always on your mind. But shout out to Maserati Ran for our opening theme song. Yeah, I'm trying to get him to work on something specifically for the morning meeting.
I thought that was specifically for the
No,
morning.
that was on his album, Facts 4. You can get that. Fred
Ma.
Green says, feel him.
Let me see his stomach.
But this is the morning meeting. It's Friday. It's a happy day. And for me personally,
It's Good Friday, right?
It's Good Friday.
It's Good Friday.
Right? But for me personally, it's 4-2. 4-2 to me has significance in the number 42. The number 42 that was worn by the great Jackie Robinson.
Okay.
Right? And you know, I love this man, right?
Good morning, Drew.
For what he stood for. There's
Good
a lot of
morning,
people that sit there and say, you know, there were greater baseball players at the time, right? But there was no one greater with his demeanor and the way he took on the racism. See, you could put a person in a position, but can they handle it? Right? He didn't go crazy. He didn't go outlandish. He took it and he played ball. Right? And I try to get a lot of people, and shout out to the Jackie Robinson League here in Chester, Pennsylvania, to understand how important baseball truly is. They just paid a joker $341 million for 10 years.
Well, they said baseball is the highest paid sport.
Yes, why?
I have no idea.
You want to know why?
It's a bat and a ball. I have no idea.
But it's a very hard game to play. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Okay.
It's not as glorious.
I was good at bat and ball, so I don't know. Sorry. They ain't paying me $341 million, though. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Breon Nichols, how are you?
Damn. Anyway, Jackie Robinson, he led so many people in the right direction to understand, you know, that we're all one people, right? You can have a 6 toe, you can have a 6 finger, but if you don't have any special powers, right, you were created by the same God. Baseball and soccer, yes, absolutely, Drew Free. And these are the sports we need to get our children involved in. We need to go and support Chester High's baseball team. We need to go and support Jackie Robinson baseball because it's the future. Personally, they're about to have computers calling balls and strikes. The umpire game is out, and
why is the umpire out?
Because they tired of
Who gonna catch the ball?
They tired of old school baseball. They're trying to reform baseball to fit into the millennial.
Are they going to shorten it? Is the question.
It's 9 innings.
That's a long 9 innings, though, bro.
That's not long.
Man, I'd be stressed out watching
3 people. If you get all 3 people out, that game can be real quick.
They taking too long. They taking too 9 innings.
It's a 3-hour game.
That's too long.
It's not too long.
Actually, how long is a basketball game?
A basketball game could be it could be 2 hours.
Football.
3 hours. 1 to 4.
That's with commercials. And everything.
That's with everything with baseball live.
No,
too.
baseball is
understand
just.
the
I
game,
went to the game.
Even with commercials, the game lasts the same when you're there watching it. They take commercial time.
It stresses me out. I just need baseball to be like 5 rounds, not innings, just rounds. That's it.
It's not long when you playing, right?
It's long when you watching. Shit.
But today is April 2nd, and I definitely want to give my condolences to the Robinson family. I still says T-Bear and Uncle P up on this joint. I ain't never changed it.
They hacked us. You gotta be like the school district. They hacked us. That's all I'm saying. He just put his name up there permanently. They hacked us. The school district been hacked for the money. We've been hacked for the logos. Like that's it. They hacked us.
But I definitely want to say, what he meant. And when I watched the movie and I read the book on Jackie Robinson, right, I was inspired by the way he lived his life, right? And I try to do the same thing. So when people throw eggs, I catch them. People throw tomatoes, I catch them because later on I'm gonna make a salad.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I ain't catching the eggs or the tomatoes.
You got to catch them.
Well, he was a baseball player. He should have batted that shit back. He should have hit it out the park.
And he dealt with a lot of that, man. He got attacked, but he stood his ground, man. So shout out to him, man.
They hacked us, Drew, for real.
It's Jackie Robinson.
That's everybody's excuse right now. They hacked us. Your bank account low, they hacked me. Well, they do have a new scam going on with Cash App, and it's a shame because it's affecting everybody. And everybody is looking to get over on somebody, and it's a great shame. So you can now report the Cash App that people are misusing their Cash Apps, and Cash App shuts them down. They're not allowed to get their money. They can't restart nothing. Cash App just got the bread, and that's it. So someone told me to be leery about who I accept Cash App from. And I only accept Cash App for meals, like not for catering jobs and things like that, because it's a substantial amount of money that you can actually fight. Right. So with the Cash App, the girl ordered something, she didn't like it. She reported the girl's Cash App. So it blocked all of her money in the Cash App, and they told her she couldn't get a Cash App no more because she had misappropriation of usage. So people are running around here. You're trying to get over on people so bad that you're doing this. Like you caused that girl thousands of dollars that she can't get, that she earned.
Right.
Because you didn't like her service, or because you liked it and you just didn't want to pay for it. That's the whole PayPal scheme and the whole reported, like that whole pandemic when the packages was coming late and things like that, and people was calling and they were getting their money back, but they were still getting the packages. I think that that's wrong. And because I'm working on my relationship with God, I'm sending the package back, or I'm sending the money like I got my package, here go your money.
Right.
Because they have to live too, and I understand they're insured and all this other stuff, but that causes our rates to go up too. I'm working on my relationship with God now, though.
You working on your relationship with God?
Yeah.
It's something about working on a relationship with God.
Yeah, man. We had a conversation. You know, I talked to him like I talked to you.
Right.
And I'm like, you know, if this what you saying, this what you saying. Like, what's up?
You don't talk to me like you talk to God. You just have a conversation with.
No, the same way I talk to him. The same way I talk to you. Like, what's up, bro? I'm like, what's up, God? Like, what's good? Like, what we doing today? That's how I talk. He understands that, though. You can't go to him with a mask on. If I go, oh, Lord, today. No, Nafati don't even talk like that. Lord, listen, this shit ain't good. This right here, it's not working.
It's not working.
Show me what I'm supposed to be doing.
And you know when it's not working.
Yeah, good looking, God. That's how you be. Like, oh my gosh. When people be like, thank you, God. Like,
right.
Nah, that's not how you would have said it. He know it.
My nigga.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Peter.
Right on time.
Yes.
Shit, I needed that.
Like, I knew that was for me.
Right.
I saw it. But like, people be looking at other people for messages and be missing their own messages and blessings. So, you know, me and him in our relationship, he sent me a little message the other day through somebody because I was contemplating going back and forth with a situation. Right. And then this pastor texted me and said, hey, you know, you were on my spirit and I'm, you know, thinking about, I said, look at that, pastor. If you want to be a part of your congregation, just tell me. That's all. She going to bust out laughing. But I'm like, I was looking for a message. So what did he tell you to tell me? And she said he told you to stand still. So, she said it's the pastor.
It's a pastor, female pastor.
She said he said for you to stand still. So, you know, forgive me, Father, for I have drawn. Yeah, I ain't sinned. That's not our lingo. I'm drawing, God. I know. My bad.
My bad.
Yeah, that's how you have to be as comfortable with him as you want him to be with you. Absolutely. You want him to forgive your mistakes, so you have to be able to talk to him. Like when you talking to your brothers, you be like, damn, bro, I effed up. I mean, you don't have to use profound language, but you gotta be like, damn, God, like I messed up.
That's how you fucking talk.
That's how he understands that.
He does.
And he smack you in the back of the head every now and again too.
He invented the motherfucker that came up with the word motherfucker.
That's probably true.
That is true. He invented everybody.
So I think Richard Pryor came up with the word motherfucker.
And Samuel L. Jackson just took motherfucker
to a whole nother level.
Motherfucking level.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm going to take it to another level after this, right? But the CMPRadio.net is Friday, man. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to give energy to other people. So make sure you are a blessing to someone other than yourself today.
Oh, look at that. Say it.
Right. You like that?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have my other phone. I can't buy somebody lunch today.
You can't buy nobody lunch today?
Yeah, I don't have my iPhone. That baby just got to stop taking my phone. I'm going to buy him one. Yeah.
Damn. Well, I'll take up. Send your Cash App right now. Send your Cash App in the CMPRadio.net, and I'll do 2 people for lunch today.
Okay. Yeah. I could reimburse you.
Yeah, I ain't worried about it. $20. 2 people, $20. Put your Cash App up there. I'll treat you to lunch. Why? Because I love you. All right, so we about to get into these stories today. Listen, first. The topic of today's show is, what's on your mind?
He ain't let me see this first, y'all, so he wrong.
For me, what's on your mind? And I really want to know, what's on this nigga's head. Now they say Nafti said it was extra skin. I said it's his actual brain. Maybe he doesn't have a top to his skull. The barbershop.
Thank you, Drew.
The barbershop. I don't know how you cut this man's head, or how you work around. You have to pull his head. So somebody, please let me know. How you cut his hair, right? How does a female?
That's like doing waves.
Rub his head.
He probably single.
And why the hell don't this nigga have an afro?
He probably single. I'm pretty sure he's single.
That's a mugshot.
He
That's definitely a mugshot. Looks
yeah,
like
because
a
he don't
roll
got
of
no
penises.
blistex on his lips.
It looks like his actual brain. Thank you. It's his actual brain. He has no top to his skull.
It's not his actual brain.
It looks like a brain.
It looks like it, but it's not. If he didn't have a skull, it would sink in. I only know that because my friend had a partial piece of her skull removed, and when she had her skull removed, it was actually a dent in her head. It didn't form in the form of a brain, so no, it's extra skin. I don't know why he has so much more than others, but yeah, he clearly upset about a lot of stuff. He ain't got no blistex on his lips. I mean, he freshly shaved. Maybe he got his own hair. Somebody got to like space it out and like to even out the hair, because he would have more hair in the creases than anything.
So that's the topic of today's show. What's on your mind? So, you know, if anybody wants to let us know exactly what's on brother's head, whether he was fat, he lost a lot of weight rapidly. You know, like Nav said, he did it the wrong way. He got a long face.
Well, no, he didn't obviously lose weight because he would have like extra neck skin too. But he was born with extra skin. Oh, well, his soft spot is completely protected.
Read this to Nav for me.
Read what? Don't read it.
Shout out to Nafati with the morning meeting consistency. I appreciate you showing up Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That was Dante. He said he texted you that and you didn't read it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dante. I left my iPhone home. I have my Android with me. Oh, Dante, don't make me cry this morning. Don't make me cry this morning. Good morning. Dante, I'm going to cash up you for lunch when I get home.
Wub, what's up, Wub? How you feeling, baby?
Oh, hi, Bub. How are you? I have a piece of my skull missing.
He put his head in the dryer.
And I have an ending. Yeah. So, all right, my friend, she had a stroke and her brain was swollen. So they had to remove a partial piece of her skull until the swelling went down. But when the swelling went down, it caused a dent in her head form. Right. So if you don't have a skull, it doesn't push up. It actually sinks in. So that's how it's extra skin. It's really extra skin. So I don't understand why he accumulated so much extra skin on his head, but you know, they picked the wrong side.
It definitely looks crazy. Right. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, you better hurry up. Nafati, are you cooking today? Hi, Kev. Yes, I am.
Hey, Kev.
How are you, Kev?
I want to give a shout out to Kev. Yes, God.
Shout out to
Thomas,
Yes,
right?
God.
You know, here, take your flowers, right? Because he know how I feel about the things that he's done for the community, and he know I wanted to do this together, but you know he was so busy, right? He didn't want to stand in the room with me. But you know, yesterday was the highest game. We played Penwood. We mopped Penwood 30-0.
Go ahead, trust the Clippers.
And I couldn't go live because I was blocked. My Wi-Fi was blocked.
Okay.
And it wouldn't let me go live. So what ended up happening is I recorded the game and I put it on YouTube.
Okay.
Right? And I aired it last night at 7:30. But I definitely want to give a shout out to the Chester Clippers because they are in
well, I'm gonna speak on it. So, it's snowing. Where?
Let me finish what I'm doing.
Shout out to the Chester Clippers.
Don't do that before I cut your mic off. Shout out to the Chester
petty.
Clippers, right? Who I personally think, you know, deserves the credit is Musa, Skip, and Charles. They have created a culture inside of young children in the city of Chester of really wanting to play football and being good at it, right? And then you have to put on the Shaw brothers, Lamar, Dennis. You feel me?
I like that flyer.
And the way that they go about giving these young kids hope, the way that they go about teaching these young men how to play football correctly, and the whole LaDonte Bell, it's different levels to congratulations. I just want to give those men their flowers while they're alive, right? And tell them, you know,
yeah,
I
LaFinnis,
right. The whole
Daki,
all of them.
Shout out to them
all
for
of them.
actually coming back. I do agree with that.
Right,
You just don't want me to talk about them people.
No, you can talk about them as soon as I'm done doing this. So
all right, go ahead.
Saturday, 4/10/21. Nobody's allowed at the game. No public people. But this will be the championship, Chester versus Academy Park.
Let's
the
go,
Del
C
Valle
City.
League. I tried to look up and find out when was the last time we won the Del Valle League, but I don't know all that information for sure.
Yeah, it's been eons.
It's been eons.
Yeah.
But, you know, I personally believe that if we win this game, I'm not going to say
Is
if
that
win,
when Jamar and them was
Probably.
players?
the city needs to, number one, pitch in for jackets for all the kids on the team. Give up a couple dollars. I don't care if it's $50, $60. Make sure.
How much is a jacket?
I guess like 120, 130.
I think when I paid for my son jacket, it was $125.
Right. So we need to pitch in for jackets for
I'll
all
buy
the
a
kids.
jacket.
Right? Pitch in for jackets for all the kids and make sure they have the recognition that they deserve for winning Del Valle, even though this is a shorter season.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And after this, they play a game against the other team that's in the United 10. Right?
1930 was the last time we went undefeated. I wasn't even thought of.
Wow. Yeah, I wasn't even thought of neither.
Coach Howard. Mm-hmm.
Right. Peach.
Jackets and a parade. Yeah,
Absolutely.
they deserve it. They're actually earning it, and it's not being given to them. So I totally agree with that. And you said there's no fans allowed at this game.
No
Is this
fans.
a home game?
It's a home game.
So there's no fans. So YouTube and Facebook will be live from CMP Radio.
Right.
And guess what we won't have?
What won't we have?
A fucking playback. And if you don't like it, don't watch it.
Replay. No, listen, the team that was there doing their games yesterday, they are skilled. They've been doing it for years. They have a team. They have 6 individuals helping them out. They got 4 cameras, and they got 2 people on the commentary. Guess what we have? Just me and an iPad. So I can't say they're better. I can say they're more equipped.
No, but some other people said they're better.
Well,
They just so Joe. They just Joe.
But that's
They
all-
Joe. They Joe.
It's okay.
They don't, and like I said,
Go ahead.
if you feel as though they had better equipment, why don't you donate money to the school district so that we can afford better equipment? And if you feel as though they had better staff, why don't you donate your time to the school district so we'll have a better staff? I mean, I'm just saying, don't be in the comments talking. Why don't you put some action behind them words? That's all.
Tell them to watch Pitbull Live. I'm not blocking anybody. I'm not calling anybody out. I'm not mad
Block
at anybody.
Najee for the live. Tell him to watch Penwood Live.
Because you know how I feel. Like I always ask.
Oh, I spaz right out. They don't say nothing back to me though, because to me, the people who talk the most don't do nothing. They do absolutely nothing. One of them, I feel, as I said yesterday, I was going to write to people like, don't write that.
Don't write that. Don't write that. It's
But
no
you got
need
a
for
couple
that.
dollars though. Put it into the what are we broadcasting system so that we can actually give what we can't give now. You want replay? Okay, we'll buy the equipment for the replay. Donate it and write it off as a tax write-off. That's all I'm saying. Do what you do. Stop talking and start doing. That's all. Like you wouldn't be able to see the game if it wasn't for us. And if they didn't put up a Wi-Fi blocker, we would have undeniably had way more viewers. They had 200 and something people watch there. I went and looked. So guess what? If we need equipment and we need a staff, the ones that keep saying, "Oh, they definitely better," "Oh, they definitely did this and they definitely did that," you didn't even cash up your $5. Weirdos.
Calm down. So, when these services, when they do this, they do charge, right? But they did not charge yesterday, or they charged the school district, a substantial amount of money to record their games and to put their game out there.
They getting paid thousands of dollars.
Right, absolutely. So, I think for basketball and the football games, I'm getting $70, right?
You don't have to tell them what you
No, I'm
getting.
gonna tell them.
You giving more of your time than what you getting. You bringing all your equipment, transportation, everything, and the $70 is just the maintenance fee. That's it. Like, stop playing. He putting effort into this. He actually went and asked them, "Hey, listen, since they can't come," he didn't ask them to pay him. They just figured a way out, and I'm pretty sure he should be getting paid more than that. And I'm pretty sure it's in the budget to pay him more than that. But you know how Chester Upland is since they've been hacked. They only can afford to pay him $70. So if anybody else would like to donate to the situation, this is how you do it.
Or if anybody else want to come and help me record the game,
Come
if
on.
anybody else feels though they could be a better cameraman, if anybody else wants to donate an iPhone, a new iPhone to the situation, like there are different ways to help out. And listen, I'm trying to get the cameras.
The camera costs $3,500 to
Man,
start.
them cameras cost $3,500,
To start.
and you want me to have 4 of them, and you want me to have replay,
And, other staff members. I got to go to work.
man. But I'm not.
And then he got to come to my job.
I'm definitely. He should be getting paid and a part of the budget. Real shit. Listen, I'm gonna give a shout out to Coach Bell because I tell Coach Bell all the time. Listen, it's not about the money. He was like, "Nah, P, I'm gonna make sure you get paid." Right?
Coach Bell is a man of his word.
Absolutely. He's
Ever since the
definitely a man
first
of his
time I
word.
met him, even though I was beefing with him at first, him and Shaw. Anywho, he's a man of his word. But they've kept their word. We're gonna make sure these boys are safe. We're gonna make sure they get to and from school and after practice and before practice. They have been keeping up their end of the bargain, but the community refuses to keep up the end of the bargain that we are supposed to keep up. We don't even go to the games. If it wasn't for the fact that we was able to see them live on CMP right now, and it wasn't basketball season, we wouldn't even know if those boys was winning or losing. Nobody attended the baseball or football games in the last 2 years unless you had a child playing for the team. They was trying to take the football program out of Chester Upland School District. Guess who was not there fighting? The same people that was talking shit yesterday about Penwood having a replay. Why do I keep saying relay?
I don't know.
Why do you keep letting me say that?
You said it. I don't know. It's about to come
I said it like 3
They
times.
want you to have replay, but won't pay $5 to watch a game.
That's what I'm saying, Dante.
They would have to pay to go watch it live.
That's what I'm saying. And you're in the comfort of your own home. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Hopefully we'll be out of it soon, but you can't. But the crazy part is, like, y'all would rather bash the person that's doing it instead of helping them make it better. Like, that didn't even make sense. I went away. I called him on the phone. I said, what can we do to make this better? Because I don't like the complaints that's coming behind it. And I'm assuring him that he's on his job. He's making sure everything is going to be completely taken care of. Like, just give him some time. And guess what? If he had somebody there helping him, like, I can't say I'm not a sports person because I am. But if I was there while he's into the game, because we're a fan of the sport.
So I got to get into the high school. So I feel like the high school should give me kids that want to be in this ilk. They want to play, or they want to be journalists. They want to be sports broadcasters. They want to be able to talk about sports. So trust me, I'm working it out with the high school right now, and hopefully, I need kids from Chester High and STEM, not just all the kids from STEM, right? Because there are very bright kids at Chester High School, right? And I want them to experience this. Right, because it's a great situation. Interviewing the players after the game, I want the players to experience it. Right, to get the experience before they go to college. If you're with the radio station CMP for 4 years and then you go to college, it's going to be a cakewalk. It's going to be easy because you've already done all of these things. You know how to operate things. You're like, yo, let me get a camera. I'm gonna do this.
I
on
know,
my own.
Leslie. Go ahead, you keep going. I'm just agreeing with the people in the comments.
No, because I know how you and Leslie get. So listen, I'm not mad at anybody. Your critique of how I'm doing things improves me every time, right?
Yeah, but they don't get to criticize something they're not involved in.
They definitely do.
No.
So
Then they become the asshole, like the opinion.
This is where we are, right? We're in a stage where people want to say something because Facebook asks you what's on your mind. If someone asks you what's on your mind, you're going to say exactly how you
Sometimes
feel.
you got to bite your tongue to spite your face.
No, people don't bite their tongue to spite their face. They feel as though they need to be able to say what they, and I appreciate them saying, because now I know how you feel. I know exactly how you feel, right? And I don't have a problem with continuing to do business. I'm going to improve. We're going to improve.
It has
We're
improved,
gonna
though.
get better.
Excuse me. It has improved 110% from where we were with just one camera on the sideline at the football game 2 seasons ago to now. All the equipment, and you are able to commentate. Like, stop playing and notice the difference in the change. Give credit instead of just coming in with a bashing situation.
Be patient.
They don't have no patience.
Be patient.
They don't have any.
Well, somebody had to be patient with that. Oh, see, y'all about to give me. Anyway, CMPRadio.net, man. It's the morning meeting, man. Miss Info.
CMPRadio.net. It's the station.
Uncle P. Shout out to our sponsors, man. Mecca, right? Pressure Inc. KC Electric.
Kev, I definitely agree with that.
TFG Tax Pros. Abstract Kings. Mind Our Own Businesses. LeBron Construction. And the Boys and Girls Club of Chester, Pennsylvania. Listen, their family, your family. Why don't you go and support these businesses, these local entrepreneurs in the city of Chester, so they can grow and turn into multi-millionaires, so they can help their city, man. Listen, money begets other money, and other monies beget freedoms that we have yet to experience in the city of Chester. So let's continue to uplift and uphold all the businesses in the city, right? Opinions are needed now. That's how we get better. That's how I feel, right? I know my father.
Tell me your opinion.
No,
don't
tell
try to
everybody.
embarrass me. Don't try to embarrass me for some.
me.
But that was the intent, to embarrass the
who?
media stream from Chester. That was the intent. Yeah, it's Penwood definitely better. They got replay.
Guess what? I'll sit there and tell you they are better. They have 10 people. They have
way more money.
Way more money, right? So they are better. But
they
guess
actually
what?
pay into their school district. They actually pay their school taxes on time. They actually own the homes in their community. So they are actually taking care of their community. I mean, if we're going to talk about them being better, we got to start from the bottom to see why their school district is receiving all kinds of funds and stuff like that for their media department. That's why they're better. They're not better because they got a greater heart, because guess what? We went on their field in their home and took what they thought that win.
30-0. Right.
So if you feel like they are better, that's why they're better, because their community backs their school district. Their community backs their children. Their community look out for each child as if it's their own. They don't walk past a child and say, it's not mine. They walk past and say, if that was mine, I have to stand up.
And that's not the only thing that CMPRadio.net does. So
they was trying to play you. Thank you. Thank you. Not even thank you. Thank you. Like, no. But
they can't play me though.
They can't play you, but it wasn't for a lack of trying. They put it up there trying to embarrass somebody in their skills. So guess what? You didn't see it during the game. You had to see it after the game. Yeah, Penwood, and then here come all the followers of that one particular person right behind them. Well, where can I watch it at? Where? Because they were expecting to see it on CMP. But guess what? Them people out there, they got crafty. They really didn't want us to be able to see them get beat like that.
No, they wanted to be the only show in town, so I don't know what they got, but I'm gonna look into that too, because I'm gonna get a Wi-Fi blocker.
So we gonna block them from being able to
blocking everything.
Yeah,
right. I'm blocking everything.
You gotta have this code to get in.
But then I'll be like, go ahead, do your thing, right? Because I know
it's not gonna stop me from doing me.
For everybody that feels a certain type of way or has an issue with what I'm trying to do, that speaks a lot on you. Yeah, right. Because I haven't done anything but show the city complete and utter love.
Somebody called me on the phone. It was either yesterday or the day before yesterday, and I said it to P. And I said to them they needed to say it to him, and they said that the city needs to recognize Jean-Pierre Bryce for what he does, because without him, we never knew so many Black-owned businesses was here in the city of Chester. We never knew there were so many entrepreneurs. There was no such thing as positivity. Everybody wasn't catching on to that. Everybody wasn't supporting one another. They said, he said, who is it? Who was Go ahead, baby G. They said, they need to understand that since this radio station has been here, everybody has been recognized for what they've done. Absolutely. He pops up at everybody's situation. If it's only for 10 minutes, he's pulling himself completely thin. But guess what? They hate me so much that they won't recognize him. And that is so like ignorant.
Now we're not putting him on blast.
I'll text you, baby G, and tell you.
Yo, you shut up.
He said I can't say it here.
Because it's
he definitely need his flowers too. And as much as we try to give him to him here at the state, I'm just here to do this, don't do that. And he gets like so defensive when people try to tell him he's doing such a good job. He feels like he can do something better. I can still be doing more. And I totally understand it. But at the end of the day, like while you're doing what you're doing right now, I appreciate you. What happened? I appreciate you, and I understand your struggles too.
Thank you, Drew and Diamond. Appreciate it.
People don't understand what he's doing behind the scenes and how things are going behind the scenes, but they're so quick to judge him. Because we didn't have a replay yesterday, y'all went on Facebook, then decided to say, the streets, this boy.
They stressed this boy out so much he went bald. Yeah, I definitely went bald. And
I need to update my prescription.
You know, my whole Suge Knight persona, I'm trying to, keep that running, right?
June 2nd, the 10th of Life Red Carpet Award Ceremony.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Decent.
Whatever you need from me, bro, I'm there. But
his favorite line, and it's not just a line. It's not just a act. It's actually, he really means that. And then even if you don't come to him, and one of us say, hey, it's a pop-up shop, or so-and-so is having a grand opening, or this is going on, or that is going on. If it's within the city limits, he pops right up and come and tell you why you should be there. Like, he pops up, camera ready. Hey, listen, tell me what you got going on. let me promote it on the station. He requires payment, don't get me wrong, but when he comes to you with genuineness and he doesn't ask you for $1. You should actually pay him anyway. You should pay him.
See, it's named by mistake. No, nah. Kev, I understand exactly where you're coming
He
from.
said if I tell him, he gonna call in and say it on air.
I understand where you're coming from. I get the naysayers, and I know that every great person, everybody that's doing something, you're gonna have your group of naysayers or the people that feel some type of way. But I'm not mad at them. They're improving me. If I feel as though they have something to say about what I'm doing, and they're not talking about, because I talk about my personal life myself. Yes, I cheated on my wife. Yes, I have 4 kids, right? 7 kids altogether. Yes, I can be considered a bad father because I spend a lot of time at the radio station. I know my personal flaws.
Yeah.
I get all of that shit. But when you talk about the radio station, I'm just now learning this. I didn't go to school for this. I didn't spend a whole bunch of money on this. Right?
You did spend a whole bunch of money on
I
this.
did spend a whole, but that doesn't matter.
It's
not as much as could have been spent. There are people that have been doing this for years. There are people. My Uncle David, he's been holding cameras for years. Devin Walls, he's been holding cameras for years. Mr. Business holding cameras for years. Kev holding cameras for years. So I can't sit there and say I just started this shit.
Yeah, well, we here now.
Right.
And you're doing an amazing job.
I'm
Take that. Say thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
We appreciate you.
Right.
That's it. Like people don't give credit when they should. You're not demanding your flowers. You're gonna receive them though.
Who
Like
does
that's
other
that.
high school sports with the other districts, mainly in Bucks County and some Montgomery County. So that's why it's a good production, not a Pitwood production.
Well, Coach, they don't care. My dude. So my little shout out was on.
It definitely was. And I appreciate it. Listen. I get texts from Baby G in the morning, right? Like, yo, keep going.
Inspirational text.
Right. I get them drinks from him in the
I
morning.
gotta get my iPhone from Dylan.
Every morning I wake up, it's like I just want to quit.
And then he right there.
And then I get the text, and I'm like, all right, fuck it, I gotta keep moving.
Sometimes I be trying to figure out where I'm at on the list because one day I didn't get my text till
I ain't
after
get them
11.
for a while. I ain't get them for a while.
No,
I
I got them, but it be the time of the day. I'm like, well, damn, what he got, like a list?
Right.
But then let me tell you something about him. Here go his flowers. Mm-hmm. So he texts, and I normally text back and say, good morning, thank you, amen, right on time, something like that. Well, I didn't do that for 2 weeks, but I was sharing his inspirations with others. Right. He called, I need the temperature check.
Right.
That's what he called for the other day. I ain't heard from you in 2 weeks. What's up with you? Like sometimes you just got to pop up on somebody. So when I'm like, well, what you want to fight or something? Like, what's up? No, you ain't text me back in 2 weeks. Like, if I don't hear from you every now and again, I got to check up on you personally. And I respect him for that. That's my guy. Like that's my dear friend.
I just want people to utilize the radio station. I want people to grow. We got rappers in the city. We have singers in the city. Use the radio station, right? Use it for practice. If you don't respect the radio station as the radio station of Chester, Pennsylvania, then come here and use it for practice, right? Learn how to how to do interviews and learn whatever it is. And I give that to everybody in the city. I'm not trying to use this joint just for me. I'm in school right now. I'm in college. I don't see any of this but college courses for the next 3 to 4 years. So it's cool. You got to stop letting him punk.
Leslie, I'm not fighting with Dylan.
Right.
He told me last night, well, just buy me my own phone. I'm like, what? Like, you're 4. I'm not fighting with Dylan. I'm not doing that. Dylan, he Holy City DJ, man. I ain't fighting with him.
Yeah, he's definitely, he runs that whole situation.
Yeah.
He runs that whole situation. But let's get into the show.
Yeah.
Moderna is looking to extract 1 shot from an already 10-shot supply, making it an 11-shot vial. Now, the COVID vaccine is, everybody knows about the COVID vaccine. Everybody knows about Moderna and Pfizer. They were the first 2 people to come out with the vaccine. Mm-hmm. Moderna is trying to get more shots out of their vial. So they're saying they can give you less and still give you the same effect, which to me makes absolutely no sense.
It doesn't.
It's a 10-shot vial. Now they want an extra shot out of that vial. So take a little bit and doing all that good stuff.
I'm not taking the vaccine. My mom just got the vaccine the other day, and as we're watching the news, she's only had a headache, and she won't tell me because I'm mad that she took it. First of all, she made the appointment. I said, when you come out with that 6 finger, don't call me. So she gonna say, Monkey, you a mess. I said, yeah, you gonna have a third eye. Like, you gotta make a joke behind it. But I said, Mom, I don't think that this vaccine is ready. So my mother and my godmother, two of the most important women in my life, both went and got this vaccine. So I called my godmom. I said, how many eyes do you have? She said, girl, if you don't get off my phone. My mom called. She said, yeah, that's why I got my vaccine the other day. So then my baby mom, she texted me and said, I had to wait until after I had the vaccine before I told you because I didn't want you to yell at me. Because I don't think that this vaccine is ready. You're going to have to take this vaccine again real soon because they're going to say that they have a better version. Right. And I don't think, I feel like just like when you make soup, you got to let it cook for a while. This hasn't cooked long enough. Y'all came up with this in 90 days. It's not ready. I'm not going to be the guinea pig. I applaud everyone who went to get it or who had to get it. But some people really are having real bad side effects from it. And I just don't want it to be one of my loved ones walking around with a twitch, growing defects out of the side of your face, things like that. So if you choose to get the vaccine, by all means do it. And don't be the person who tries to pressure someone else. I would never pressure you not to get it. So if you choose to get the vaccine, get the vaccine. Be my guest. But tell people the truth. My mom, I just had a little slight headache for a couple days. She ain't called me for 2 days. It was more than a little slight headache, but she's vaccinated. She's making sure that she can travel for her birthday because I'm taking her away. But I am one of those people, like, I feel like it's not done yet. Like, it took them a while. It took Johnson & Johnson a while to put out their lotions. So why are they so fast with this vaccine? They didn't just put the lotion on the counter and say, hey, we was ashy. We thought y'all could use this in 90 days. No, they had to put it together, put a formula together for years to come before they finally put the lotion out. That's all I'm saying. Like, don't be afraid to get it, but at least take it more serious than we were in the very beginning. At first, we were scared. They shut the world down. Everybody was scared. They was frantic. They was running. They was hiding. Don't come to my house. They was locking screen doors. You had to knock and talk through the window, all kinds of stuff. So be that type of person. Still be that type of person. Take it serious. And if you decide to get the vaccine, just say how you really feel. Don't make up a joke about it like I got the vaccine and then the one lady was lying about her side effects and all kinds of stuff trying to sue them already. Like, since you signed up and took this first. I saw a news post that in 6 months you will need to get it again. Yeah. And what they're saying is, another thing that I saw was that they're saying the people who have gotten the vaccine have not tested positive except for the first few in the very beginning. But they must have already had the symptoms and they got the vaccine and then they tested positive like a couple days later. So that before they got the shot, they got the test 3 days before the shot. And then they came in contact with somebody and they ended up with the COVID, but they got the shot. So now that's how they got the shot and now they got COVID, it don't work. No, they tested 72 hours ahead of time, still went and did their regular stuff instead of staying to themselves and then got the shot. They had COVID in that 72 hours. They caught it. But you don't get retested in the 72 hours. So you got to get tested 72 hours before you leave the country in order to fly out. Right. If you're not smart enough to stay away from people for 72 hours, you will be quarantined when you get back or sick when you get to that country. It's up to you to make this chair is not my chair.
You done said it 3 times.
I don't, but I thought I got the right chair.
How you know it's not yours? It don't cradle your butt, right?
And it makes noise. My chair don't make noise. This must be my chair. Noise. No, they don't.
Got to get new chairs. Anybody want to donate some chairs?
No, they ain't got to donate nothing. They need to stop touching my chair. No, but the vaccine, I believe they're going to make our kids get it for school. Just like
they can't forcefully make anyone get the vaccine yet.
They're going to mandate it for school. Watch.
But they can say, all right, you can't go to a baseball game or a football game if you don't have the vaccine. You can't go to anywhere there are going to be groupings of people.
All it is a microchip. It's a microchip to tell who you are in the world. Now they know who's vaccinated and who's not. They know your travels and everything.
Oh, right. Absolutely, Barzy. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. I'm not getting the vaccine. And if I'm not allowed to participate in extracurricular activities or be around a group of people, then so be it. You won't put that inside of me. I never got the flu shot, ever.
I never got it
Ever.
either.
I will quit a job if they say, yo, you got to get the flu shot. For what?
And they're gonna say that about the COVID vaccine.
Then I won't be
When Crozier, they were sending you your appointment time. You have to get this in order to keep your job.
then
The
I don't
flu
have my
shot
job.
has to be given to you in order for you to be a nurse, a doctor,
Why?
a PCA, anything.
You're just stopping.
I have no idea as to why they mandate that, and now I still gotta take off for the 7 days because I'm sick after you gave me the shot.
Right.
So now what?
They're also saying that instead of 12 hours outside of refrigeration, the Moderna vaccine can last 24 hours and still be effective. So they're trying to let it sit out longer and take more out. Pretty soon, they'll get it down to, oh, yeah, it's just one shot. You don't have to get two.
It's going to be one shot, and eventually, when it becomes one shot, it has set long enough. It has marinated. It's time you can taste test it, this soup is right.
Right.
When it gets down to one shot, this 2-shot situation, I got to come back for a booster shot. Like, no, you come back for a booster shot after what, 4 years?
Yeah, supposedly.
Not after 2 weeks. No.
weeks, right.
So you're telling me I'm still able to catch it in this 2-week period? No. But I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I'm old school. I'm not getting it because you told me to. My godmom got it because of her age. My mother got it because of her age. And they are so frantic after seeing so many of their friends pass away from COVID and all of this stuff. That they're scared. Like I said the other day, I haven't seen my godmother's face, like to physically touch her, hug her in a year. Right. And that's not us. But I can't go around her and feel like I'm the one who gave her COVID because it was on me some way.
Right.
So she's in her 90s and she deserves every day that's coming her way.
Absolutely.
So she got it. She was frantic, but she got it. And she said, I had mild symptoms of headaches and sweats and things like that. She said, but I feel much better now. And she feels better thinking that this vaccine is going to protect her from it. And I'm fine with that.
Right.
So now she goes out to the stores and stuff. So I'm going to slide on her this weekend.
I will never, now that they have allowed me to wear a mask in public in the store, I will never, ever stop wearing my mask. I will wear my mask to every store and everywhere.
Boy, remember you couldn't even come in the store. You couldn't go nowhere near a store with a mask on.
No, nowhere near.
As soon as you came up, they dialed 911.
Oh, he's trying to rob us. He doubles as a sweatband,
Oh,
I mean, it works. It works both ways.
okay. He
You
got a
feel me?
multi-uses
Right,
mask.
multi-uses. You have to have multiple uses for anything that you're using in the world. Anything. My car doubles as a. No, I'm not gonna say what it doubles.
Don't do that.
Right. CMPRadio.net. The COVID shot is real. What was you about to say?
I wasn't about to
About
say
to say
anything.
anything? All right. If anybody's been watching the trial of Derek Chauvin, the officer accused, and I don't
The
even
George
say
Floyd
accused,
trial. The Floyd trial.
the brother that kneeled on the brother's neck.
He's not a brother. The man,
He's a man. He's a brother.
the officer that kneeled on the brother's neck.
The officer
for
that
8
kneeled on the
minutes.
brothers for 8 minutes and 34 seconds. He's if you're
He's on
following
trial.
that trial has had a lot of ups and downs. That trial has had a lot of people coming up and crying. A lot of evidence that they say can't be used. But I think yesterday, Derek Chauvin's boss,
Yes.
I don't know what his name is, he testified. And
It starts with a P, right? I got it. Hold on.
he said out of his own mouth that Derek Chauvin was wrong for kneeling on George Floyd's neck for 8 minutes and 34 seconds. He said you had him under control. The other police that were there with you, they were on top of his body, right? 9 minutes and 20 seconds. I'm sorry.
9 minutes and 20 seconds.
And for that time for you to kneel on his neck was excessive.
I got one question.
Go ahead.
What the hell did they pay the girlfriend to come on there and say he wasn't yelling for his mom, he was yelling for me? He wasn't calling his mom, he was calling me.
So I went to trial, right? Right? Let's say like 07.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 Chester police officers beat me up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't kneel on my neck and all that shit, but they kicked me in the face. They caused injury to me. I took my picture. First step, took my picture, right? I got locked up, took my picture. So they booked me on the charges. Then they came in there and let me go. They didn't know that I was booked on the charges. So then I went and got a lawyer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wrongful imprisonment, excessive force, all that good shit. I go to see my PO. I was on probation for a DUI. I go see my PO, And he was like, yo, you got a warrant for your arrest. I was like, for what? It was like, I don't know, but, you know, you got a warrant for your arrest. They locked me up, and I'm in there sitting in the joint, and the cop, who shall remain nameless, said, you weren't booked on these charges. I was like, yes, I was. I took my picture. She go in there, take the picture. Oh, you were booked on these charges. Then she go upstairs to Judge Seaton and tell Judge Seaton that I was down there acting belligerent. I said I wasn't. I have to be to work. My daughter's medicine was in the car. Like, y'all arrested me for nothing. I've already been arrested. But they arrested me because I went and got a lawyer. So they needed to have me charged on paper because of that. Well, just call the lawyer and tell him I would have turned myself in. Y'all didn't have to go through all this. But I say the system is created to help the person that harms the citizen. The system isn't created to help us, right? It's
not created to help the citizens.
It's created to help the cops, to lie for
They
them.
paying for his lawyer. They're paying for his lawyer. They're paying all his bills while he out. They're taking care of his family. They're backing him and said that I can't think of the guy's name. He was on the news last night defending the other two cops. They always want the cops to be wrong. No one never protects them. They protect one another well enough.
Yes, they do.
I keep saying I don't think that Chauvin, that's how you say his name?
Right.
I don't think that he's going to be charged with a high crime of murder. I think that he's going to get like a year sentence with a probationary period. He's going to be stripped of his job, maybe his pension, but they've given him so much money on the side that his pension won't even matter. I just see George Floyd family got $27 million. They took the money. The case at this point is not a grave concern to them. At least that's how everyone else is looking. You took that $27 million before you got the conviction. You can't get both. You can't send him away for 10 to 20 years and you took $27 million. That's how those people are going to see it.
So personally, I believe that this is the one that they will let go. And the only reason I believe that this is the one, because he didn't use a gun.
You think so?
So when cops kill people, he uses a gun, he shoots, and he says he feared for his life. Automatically off the rip, he's now, oh yeah, he feared for his life. He was right for, there was no need. Like, you got to ask yourself this question. And the jury, they were a part of the pandemic. Life slowed down for them too. They got to watch this situation happen. There was no need for him to sit on that man's neck.
That long. Period.
Long.
He didn't have to sit on him, period. He was handcuffed behind his back. He still couldn't move. You slammed him on the ground and y'all handcuffed him. Excuse me, y'all. Y'all handcuffed him immediately like he wasn't resisting. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, they said that Chauvin and George worked together, right? You just said that in the beginning of the show.
Club, right? He gonna get 5 to 10.
I don't think he's gonna get 5 to 10. I'm not surprised if he don't. I'm telling you, if they gonna let him go.
Listen, no one is protecting him other than giving him a defense attorney, and they do that for all white people. Listen, George, what's the brother that's Trayvon Martin? Zimmerman. The fucking toilet paper company paid for his lawyer and shit like that. And everybody's like, oh, don't shop there, don't buy these stuff, Skittles, all that stuff that they had on them paid for George Zimmerman's lawyer, right? Everything, every company that's against us, that we run out and we support and we push up.
So Neek, they saying he wasn't dead on the street. They saying he went back to the hospital. The boss said this. He went back to the hospital. They went to the hospital and asked how was he doing. They told Chauvin and the other cop to go and take interviews from the crowd. You still pushed him out there. You still acted as if that man wasn't dead. He was dead when he hit that stretcher.
He was dead once they picked him off the ground.
Yeah, when he went on that, you could see that he was dead, right? They said he wasn't dead until he got to the hospital.
Who said he wasn't dead?
It's in the articles. They're saying that the boss asked, well, how was he doing? They said not too good, and the next thing you know, they told him he was dead. He was dead when he got there. Yeah, but he was definitely a DOA.
So they keep that going, right? The light though, we would have got life, right?
Had to push up his neck. Like, listen, when they went to throw him on when the paramedics pulled up, you could have got up off his neck.
Right.
He didn't get up then. They didn't administer CPR out there. They did nothing. They didn't even check his pulse out there. They just picked him up, put him on. He felt him no longer breathing. He repositioned himself so that he can have a stronger force on him. He was uncomfortable. He repositioned his knees. It shows it in the video. I just don't see him getting the amount of time they would give us. I don't see. They gave him that $27 million.
They have to convict him, because if they don't, Minnesota gonna burn.
Minnesota, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, New York.
So guess what they gonna say to him, bro? Like,
you gotta go to jail.
You gotta go to jail. You shouldn't have sat on.
I pray he gets time. Okay. I pray that he gets the deserved time. Right. And in a regular jail, like I don't think that he should be protected. What? You was man enough. I don't care. You was man enough to do this. You gotta sit with them too. Just don't come out yourself. You gotta take this beating that you're gonna get every day. You don't deserve to be protected. You were hired to protect others, and instead you abused your power. The 911 operator called and said reports of a cop using excessive force. She watched it from a camera. She got up on the stand and was crying because she was yelling, "You can get off of him now." They turning off body cameras. They should be getting in trouble for turning off body cameras. You turned off the body camera in the middle of a conversation with you and your colleague. They should be getting in trouble for that. Like, why did you turn off your body camera? If you were doing absolutely nothing wrong, what did you turn it off for? I don't know. He can be on PC. No, I don't want him to be on PC though. That's the thing. I think that he should be put in general population. He should be treated like, and if he is on PC, them people need to F him up too. Like, you were wrong. Everybody checking every now and again. The county is the proof.
Everybody do what?
Check in. They can't go to Gen Pop. They check in.
He's gonna be on PC now. He not going to Gen Pop. Not in Minnesota. How many people he done locked up? How many people he done things? So this isn't the first black person. He's probably a
no. They said this is his sixth.
Yeah.
His sixth account of excessive force.
Right.
And when they asked that question in the beginning, they lied about it.
Right.
They asked it the third time. I mean, it was third or fourth time, and now his boss said this was his sixth account. The boss didn't write it up as excessive force at the beginning. He didn't write it up that way. He wrote it up as if Chauvin was correct, because he went off of what they said, and once the body cameras went off, it was no proof until the little boy, the 16-year-old's video went viral, and he like, hey, but they didn't see that. They didn't see the video until later on that day. The boss had already wrote it off and said it wasn't excessive force. He had to rethink it. He said it in the trial. I had to rethink what was said. And it's like, wow, I don't know. I think we always just get the short end of the stick. And once they accepted the $27 million, they accepted the fact that he might not get the time that he deserves. So,
5 to 10, third degree murder, right?
5 to 10,
manslaughter. Right, you're not going to get a first degree. You're not going to get a second degree, and I think
he'll get manslaughter.
Sometimes we overcharge.
A year and a half in jail.
The DA will overcharge a cop because he know he can't prove it. Right, I'm gonna charge you with first degree. They're not gonna find you guilty of first degree. Right, if you go by the letter of the law, it's not first degree murder. You go by the letter of the law, it's not second degree murder. It is third degree and it is manslaughter, and they never give those charges up.
I think the moment he repositioned himself, he intended to kill him.
No, he was just trying to get comfortable. He was uncomfortable. He could say
he was uncomfortable for 4 minutes. He repositioned himself after he started yelling for his mom, and at that point, it became intent.
So as a police officer, for 9 minutes, for 10 minutes, you sit there with this man underneath of your knee, and you can put him in a cop car, and you can transport him. This is your job as a cop, to transport him to wherever you're taking him.
You never stood him up to arrest him. They said that another thing they said was the fact that he was on his stomach. It was pressure on his lungs. Being in that position makes your breathing bad. Anyway, I sleep on my stomach for 6 hours. That 10 minutes does nothing. It's because you were blocking his airway. Mm-hmm. So they was like, being in that position causes him to breathe badly or something. Something they said in the article. But I just feel like we never get the fair end of the stick. He's the highest paid person. His family is the highest paid family for the death of.
We don't get the fair end of the stick?
Why?
Because we be too busy beefing with each other.
That is true.
So if they're fighting, the best way to win something is to create confusion in the way you're trying to. If you're fighting a war, you create confusion between the generals and the sergeants of the other army that you're fighting. You create confusion, you got them beat. They're fighting amongst each other. They don't have time to fight with us. We can get in here and take what we got to take and keep on moving. This is why I said what I said earlier. I'm not beefing with nobody. They feel that type way. That's how they want to feel.
Yeah.
I'm not beefing with nobody. I'm busy, honestly, right? And that's on them. So,
I don't know. I just feel like I hope for the best, but I understand how things go. Like, I hope for the best, but I still understand realistically they don't normally give us the best. So in the end, it said, ain't no fair end of the stick, you getting beat.
you getting beat.
That's
with,
true.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
But I honestly hope, I pray that the jury sees through his lies and the fact that if they go now, and if I'm a jury person, I'm going to be like, hey, listen, let's demonstrate this. Right. And I'll even be the guinea pig, put my hands behind my back, and now you let me down. No, we ain't doing it for 8 minutes. Right. Let me down, put my hands behind my back, and then I'm gonna lay here, and I want you to tell me.
Oh, 150 plus. Okay.
Oh.
I think Derek Chauvin weigh at least 235 pounds.
You think so?
At least. He's a grown ass man. Ain't no grown ass man weighing 150 pounds.
He a thin white boy.
Nah, he ain't that thin. He tall. He ain't that thin. At least 225.
I hope the jury sees through all of that. That's all I'm saying.
But the jury has been watching. This is what they said. The biasness. He's not capable of getting a fair trial, and they were trying to move it out of minute. But there was nowhere.
There's
in
nowhere
the
you can
world
go that
you
we
could have
didn't
moved
see
it
this.
Where wouldn't nobody have ever seen what the hell happened or have their biasness already? They did
it
that
on
CNN.
That's what I'm saying. Like, first of all, because they said once you lay down in that position that you can't breathe anyway. Right. So I'm going to put my hands behind my back and we're going to see how long if I'm just laying here without you on my neck.
But then you have other people laying on his back, laying on his.
Yeah.
All the cops laid on him somewhere. That's why
You had two.
Right.
Then they talked about him having his hand in his pocket, and then they said no, he had black gloves on. He was resting his hands on his thighs. But my thing is, like, they said he was having trouble breathing before he even applied the pressure to his neck. So I will lay on the floor with my hands behind my back, and I will tell you that I can breathe perfectly fine. How many suspects have we seen lined up? Ain't nobody sitting on me. I ain't say that. I said I was going to start the first part when they said he already was having trouble breathing before. Get out my damn face.
That motherfucker laying on your butt cheek like that. Just lay right there. No, don't move.
No, but it's like, if you saying he was having trouble breathing before, then why did you apply the pressure to his neck?
Because I wanted to kill him.
You wanted to kill him. Exactly. When he repositioned himself, it now came with intent to kill.
I wanted to harm him.
He wanted to kill him. He came into work this morning and said,
I'm going to kill me a nigga.
I feel it today.
He didn't say that.
I'm going to kill a nigga today.
Like, one motherfucker act up.
That's it. It's going down. They acting a fool in the United States right now. They feel as though they got rights right now. I'm going to show him today. He didn't change his facial expression. He didn't look like he just had this smug ass look on his face, just sitting there like, y'all motherfuckers can't do nothing. Ain't none of y'all gonna come over here and push me off of him though. Nothing. Nobody moved. Nobody gets hurt. This man will die today.
They were supposed to turn him on his side, and they didn't do that. So, in other news, in Philadelphia, you got that news?
A detective and his brother, two police officers in Philadelphia attacked the autistic man a year ago. So now they're going to court. They went and wrote up the report and said they were part of Town Watch, and he came out of the Rite Aid. I think that was a Rite Aid, and he was looking suspicious. They asked him to stop, and so on and so forth. He called his mom for help and was yelling to his mom, help me, help me, help me. He had, say the word, Asperger's syndrome.
So he has a form of
autism. Which today is National Autism Day.
Today is definitely National Autism Day.
So he came out the store. The two officers see him. They said he looked suspicious. They chased him across the parking lot, slam him into one of the median poles, and then slam him on the ground. They beat him, and as he's calling his mom, he hears one of them say, hold his leg.
Grab his legs.
So now they're going to court for it now too, during this trial too. So I don't know if it's a diversion to keep us from watching the Floyd case or, because why are they going to court now? This was a year ago. So one was a decorated detective and the other one was an inspector.
Right. So Philadelphia Police Inspector James Smith and his brother Patrick Smith, a former Philadelphia police detective, are charged with assault after they chased down a man with autism and beat him.
So Now they're being charged with beating this man. And the mom thinks that they lost their pension. I think one of them lost their pension. She thinks that they should be punished. I think they should be punished too.
Right. They
But-
should go to jail. 2 to 5.
2 to 5? Everybody should just get 2 to 5?
They should talk about state sentences the way they talk about state sentences for us.
I agree with
But
that.
they give out 2 to 5 like it ain't nothing. 2 to
Water.
5. 2.5 to 5.
Oh, you want a sip of water?
2 to
Here you
4,
go.
4 to 8. 12 to 24. They talk about those years literally, and I get it. But sometimes it's like, yo, you have to show compassion for others to show compassion back. You have to be someone understanding for people to understand. You have to give understanding for other people to have understanding. You can't expect for everybody to understand things the way you understand things and for people to think the way you think. Mm-hmm. Because if you were put in that situation and it was your life, you would do the same exact thing that they're doing.
You think so?
In the city of Chester, man, it's a dog eat dog situation. Like it's death or life. You have a split decision to think about. You have young men that are shooting at each other. Both of them are thinking self-defense when they're shooting, right? Because when the other person gets hit, it's like, yo, he was shooting at me. What was I supposed to do?
Yeah, but what about the thoughts before?
There are no thoughts before.
It was thoughts before. It was, I didn't have to go to that side of town.
But you went.
Yeah, for what? That wasn't self-defense.
So
that's an act of violence.
Let's just say we go to A+. Me and you, we don't like each other. Mm-hmm. We run into each other at A+. Mm-hmm. What's the first thing you gonna say?
Me now,
right.
I gotta go home with my kids.
Right.
I found out what was more important.
And I'm gonna say the same thing. That's now. But let's go back to 22, 21, 20.
We might fight, but it ain't gonna be no gunshot.
But I pull out a gun because you're getting the best of me. Because that's what's going on now. I pull out a gun because you're getting the best of me. Then what happens?
I'm dead. Now you're going to jail.
Now you were jumping me. You was with your homies. Y'all was jumping me. It was self-defense.
No,
it's not.
No, you didn't even have a license to carry that firearm. So now it's not self-defense. And on top of that, you got to learn how to take the jumps. You can't. What did I say? When is it going to be more important? When is their life going to be more important than their image? You can't run around here thinking your image is the most important thing, because guess what you leave behind? The family that loves you.
Absolutely.
So you have to think about that, either in the act or before the act. You walk into the A+, somebody is there that you don't like. You don't have to say anything to them. They come there to get gas or a pack of cigarettes or a soda or whatever, just like you did. Both of y'all intentions is to make it back home. When you left your family this morning, your intention was to go back to them. Your mom called you, hey, baby, just called to tell you I love you. All right, mom, I'll see you later. That was your intention. Keep that intention. You don't have to feed into and I'm just going to walk away from this situation, because you have to want to live for the people that love you.
Absolutely.
But you got those that don't. It can't be seen as defense. That's not defense. You pulled the gun out that's not registered to you because I beat you in a fight. That's not self-defense. That's not self-defense. That's stupidity. Now you've taken my life and yours, because guess where you're going?
George Zimmerman did it.
He should have went to jail for the rest of his life, or somebody should have blew the back of his head off.
So we agree that there are two different judicial systems in America. One's for whites and one's for blacks.
It's a different system, educational wise, judicial, everywhere. And we've been proved that in every college program that you go into, high school program that you go into. When you leave the district that you live in and you go to one of their districts, you be like, God damn, this take all of this.
That's what they doing.
And then you see how easy it is for them to pass. No one never believed that the SAT test was two different tests. They just know that everybody gets a different order of the test question until you read the questions of Samantha's versus Nafat's. Right. And I mean, it's just, you have to understand that your life is more important than your image. If you do not understand how important your life is to not just you, but the people who love you, your children, your parents, your cousins, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, you will always remain to be a statistic. You will be lost. Your image will be upheld for the next 30 days after your death, and that will be it. Yes, no one else will carry it on.
Yes, it was.
What?
Wow. No, I'm listening to you. I'm agreeing with what you're saying.
I'm like, what? But people don't get that. I need them to understand.
Why
I
don't they
want
get-
them to understand.
Why don't they get it though? What's so hard about understanding? Like and just to say, like, okay, the topic of the conversation that we're having right now is based on why police aren't treated the same way, and the numbers aren't thrown out there the same way they throw them out there for us, right?
The same way, if somebody hurts, if my family member hurts your family member, I don't think that my family member should be punished. I'm looking out for my family. The police look out for each other. So if I'm looking out for my brother who killed your brother, I don't think that my brother should be punished because your brother was a bully. I don't think that my brother should be punished because he already had gotten in trouble in life. I think that my brother should be free and clear. He defended himself, and that was that. Despite everything else that my brother is doing, despite the other aggressive things that those officers have done, and now you've gotten down to the fact that you've beaten an autistic man, you deserve to be punished. But guess what? I don't think you deserve to be punished because that autistic man shouldn't have ran from you. That autistic man should have stopped when you asked him to. He didn't follow the rules. He made it bad for himself. That's how I feel being your family member. How you feel being a family member of that autistic man is on you. It's your job to defend him. Right. Now you're out here, you screaming, but guess what? I got a whole line of blue behind me. And they saying that's not the first time that man ran from a cop.
But you have to say, after you stopped him, you talked to him, why are you beating him up? Because you feel as though your time was wasted. You had to run. You had to chase him. So you feel as though you need to beat him up because of that?
He was big. He was bigger than me and my brother. It's two of us here. Right. And I got the opportunity to beat on this nigga because it's no cameras and no people.
So what are you stopping him for?
Because he looked suspicious. I was part of the town watch.
Looking suspicious and being suspicious is two different
things.
He
looked suspicious. I asked him to stop. Excuse me, sir, what are you doing here? He kept walking because he didn't understand you in the first place. So, excuse me, sir, why are you here? Most people with mental health issues don't understand why you're asking me that. They automatically tense up and go into fear.
So Asperger's syndrome is like highly, like you're on the high level of autism, right?
Yeah, the man that work at ShopRite.
If he's 27 years
I'm serious.
Old, like, honestly.
He be like this when he give you your change.
Right.
He know what he doing.
Right.
I said, pick my change up.
He know exactly what he doing. But what did he do? That's the question.
He came out the store looking suspicious.
Man, that's not enough.
In the wrong neighborhood.
That's not enough.
He was walking back to his house.
I want to know if he black or white. They don't
show his picture. They didn't show his picture a year ago, and they not showing his picture now.
Which is absolutely sad, right?
The mom should have posted it.
The mom. Well,
they beat my son. They didn't even mention her name. They don't even mention his name at all. They beat my son, who has autism. That mom in Philly that called the cops because she couldn't control her son, and they shot her son. That lady is going through turmoil right now within herself and the system. And they're not even offering her anything on behalf of her son. He's autistic. That wasn't the first time y'all got called there, but here come two new cops, never known the situation, never nothing. They didn't even call in and ask for help or nothing. They just running behind him, and he's chasing one, and he's in a tunnel state of mind. And I bet he black. I don't think he black though. I don't think he's gonna be black.
I think he is. For them to beat him up like this, they're not mentioning his color. They're not showing.
They didn't say if he's Hispanic, black,
they're
white.
Not saying his name. They're not saying
nothing.
Anything. And that
even the news last night said the detective and inspector from Philadelphia Police Department are under something. They said something, the word they used, and they said of beating an autistic man. They never mentioned his name. It's no videos. They showed the lawyers for the cops. They showed the guy who's funding their attorney fees. They showed everybody. They never speak of the mom's name. They never speak of the son's name, nothing. We're going to give y'all a better life, move y'all on. Y'all going to let them go. We're going to be good. That's it. But we don't think that our family members are supposed to be convicted, and neither do they. We don't think that our family members, we don't think what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So we don't think that our family members have to be punished for what they did. We never look at it like that, ever. Your brother killed my brother. You don't want your brother to go to jail. You think your brother should be free? Oh, well, that's what he get. But then when something happened to one of your family members, you demanding justice. We see that all the time. Soon as your brother got shot in the leg, here you go. They shot my brother. They need to go to jail. They this, that, and the third. They need to go to jail. If it knocked on your door, now you want help and you want justice. But when it was knocking on my door and it was coming from your house, You was thinking that's what I got. That's what she deserved. That's all on her family. They got to figure that out. It happens so many times here in the city. These boys going to jail and people yelling, screaming freedom on Facebook because they love them. They screaming freedom on Facebook. They in jail for murder, 3-4 counts of murder. And you screaming freedom on Facebook. But the moment somebody shot one of yours, you screaming justice for mine. So what about the justice for theirs? You don't get to scream freedom when they caused pain, but then when your cause pain, you think your pain supersedes theirs and you deserve justice. You don't deserve anything more than what you give or what you've earned. We watch it all the time. That freedom stats irks my soul. They screaming freedom for killing Nakis, freedom. But y'all ain't consoling that mom and wiping her tears and hugging that man, that father, and telling him, God got a plan for you. None of that. You screaming freedom. And then you want the dad to come and fix your socket.
Reginald Morris says the guy with autism was black.
Oh, was he? Send us a picture.
27 years old. Well, I need a picture.
Something.
I need a picture of his mom and his dad. It said his dad pulled up at the parking lot and the police told him that he got those bruises from tripping and falling from the run.
Yeah.
He said they were investigating car thefts in the area and he looked suspicious.
Coming out of the Rite Aid.
27 years old.
Yep. They were part of Town Watch.
These cops, bro. They said there are good cops. But if there are good cops that know that these bad cops are bad and they're not saying anything, that makes you a bad cop.
I heard a lot of cops say when the George Floyd incident happened, they wouldn't have allowed it to happen that way. I would have at least told him he has to get, like, yo, you don't need to be doing all that. Like, let's put him in the car. So many cops said, that's not how you apprehend a suspect.
That's hindsight, though. Because we've had so many cops shoot the young man in Detroit that was shot because he had a BB gun. A cop pull up, shoot him automatically. This isn't the first child with autism or Asperger's that have been harmed by police officers, right? You know, so.
Well, I'm not being rude, but they don't wear a sign that says I'm mentally challenged.
You know when somebody has Asperger's. I'm not trying to hear none of that, right?
No, you don't.
The conversation you have with them.
That's a conversation you had with them. You can't look at them and say, hey, they're autistic.
And as a cop, you're supposed to have a conversation. The moment he
As
runs,
a cop, you're supposed to have a conversation.
You're not
And I know he ain't take off running like a track star.
Force is after he's fought back. If he attacks me, now I show force. But if he's running from me and we don't got nothing, I'm not chasing him. Let him go. Let him go. He ran. Like he doesn't have anything to say. I think at that point they just wanted some action.
Yeah,
like, so
we gonna kill this nigga today.
Right.
That's how they were. Like that's how the cop with Chauvin was, and this how they like. If these are black men that is constantly being attacked, if these are black men that are constantly, beaten, shot, now rested on their neck and smothered. It's because I don't care what you say or how people feel about what I'm about to say. They come in with intentions to hurt one of us today. They like, yeah, it was Johnny's turn yesterday. Today is mine. It's like, I'm up. It's batter up. And then when they don't have that moment, I think they go home like, damn, what did I go to work for today?
Get the fuck nobody up.
Yeah, like they come in.
I'm gonna keep it a bit. When I was a bouncer, it was the same way for me.
Yeah, I wish a nigga would.
I wish a motherfucker would.
Like they just like, yeah, I wish he would. Rubbing their hands together.
Yeah.
When they get out of their police cars and their hands are bare and they put them gloves on, they ready.
They ready.
They ready. They already got intentions to hurt one of us right then and there.
I remember wearing my gloves and I used to do the dumb shit. Yeah, so I know.
So it's like I finally get to pay one of these niggas back.
Somebody gonna get smacked today. You gonna feel this pain that I feel. Yeah.
He was the superior officer. Yeah, it's a shame. And we have to look at them that way. We have to look at them with fear. It's like you want to trust them. You want to know that they're actually going to help you. And then they come, the incident that happened on Holy City over the summertime, somebody called the cops and said it was a fight on Holy City, but it was a whole bunch of people outside just having a good time. We had been in the house now for 6 months, and we all know we were in the house. So we were all outside. It was like the end of the summer going into the fall, and it was a nice night out. So like everybody was on their porches, their kids, grandkids, and everything was outside. It was just a good day to be outside. And one of the neighbors, we know who it is now, called the cops and said it was a large crowd outside. The cops come. They pull up. Skirt. Okay. Well, we're going to find out what's going to happen today. The cop go to hell in the house. He just starts yelling. First of all, you on the wrong block for that, bro. He starts yelling, go to hell in the house. Go in the house. Go in the house. He's saying X, Y, and Z. We looking at him like, hold up. You got to call your captain first before you start yelling at us. The nigga pulls out his mace and mace himself. I laughed in his face so hard. He pulls out his mace at the kids, though. He spraying. He said, oh, fuck. He steady macing himself. That's what you get because you were coming on an ignorant moment. So what you get is this. This was your punishment. And then he turns around and attempts to mace him again. The thing is still turned to him and it's still spraying him. He's yelling. Guess what he did? He went out injured on the job and blamed the community. You don't get to blame us for your dumbness.
Well, that's what they do.
So we out there. It was a lot of people outside. Every house probably has 4 or 5 people. So just imagine we all outside on the porch enjoying the day. The senior citizens are sitting outside in the neighborhood that they enjoy every day. Right. You come yelling. You come saying all of this. He says somebody needs to control that street. And the senior officer said they control their own street.
Their own street. What's wrong with you?
They don't do that around there. And they didn't believe that he maced himself. He went back with an incident report like somebody bumped him and it made him mace himself. And guess what? Phones today tell a lot. Nobody was near him. This man tripped on the curb and maced himself. You don't get to do that. Guess how long he was out though? He just came back to work.
6, 7 months?
5, 6 months. Yeah.
Sad. Well, I mean, that's the benefit of being a cop, right?
I was cracking up.
I used to say, man, I want to be a cop just to break the laws.
Wow.
Get away with it. Turn on my siren and run through the red light just to get to the other side, right?
Bro, you do that without the sirens.
Why are you snitching?
I just thought I'd say that.
You're worse than Dante.
I know he wasn't here to say
Do not run
it.
the lights.
I do.
Damn.
I do. And that stop sign on 6th Street that go under the underpass going past the Gold Room, that light on 7th Street and that stop sign on 6th Street, I just straight go through it. Like, ain't nobody else coming.
You need to be careful because there are people that travel down there. I don't want to hear about an accident.
I pause.
Make sure you know before you go. Make sure you know before you go.
I pause, I look, and I keep going. It should not be a
nice
light.
saying. Make sure you know before you go.
Thank you, Shanika. I don't.
Thank you, Dante.
I don't care about you calling him. I'm pretty sure he don't stop at that stop sign or that light either.
I'm sure he don't stop at any lights.
He do. You see him in traffic every now and again.
Why don't he have a car like the other mayor had one with lights and shit like that?
He does. An escort car. He has one. Otis was his escort, right? He had one.
No,
he decided to drive his own car.
I
Yeah.
drive my own motherfucking self.
And my shiny sports car. Do he still got that orange car?
Big ass truck.
Do he still got that orange car?
How you have two like absolute like differences in
The black truck was from the city, right?
black? That's a big ass black truck.
Yeah, but that's from the city, right? That's a government issue vehicle, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's when he had the driver. Linder had that kind of car too.
Linder had a Tahoe, a black Tahoe.
Well, isn't that the same kind of car? What's that? A Suburban?
No, that truck, that big ass truck, that's a truck with no back on it.
Oh, so I ain't seen that truck yet. He had like a Suburban or something like that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he had a car, the kind of car that Otis was driving. I'm telling you, he was his escort.
Okay, all right. Let's get into our main topic of the morning.
Don't tell Dante. Chester Traffic Division.
What's on your mind? Listen, we have several different. I don't think this is a situation where we can sit there and say like there are 7 different views of this situation. I feel like, you know, as a father,
There's several different views of it.
As a father, I wouldn't want this, but this is what's going on. So everybody knows Sierra, we know Russell Wilson, and we know Nadavius. Navadius.
Man, just call him by his name.
Navidus.
But what's his rap name?
Nayvadius is his real name.
All right, what's his rap name?
Future.
That's it.
But I don't want to call him Future.
Just call him
His
Future.
son's name is Future, so it's like that's not his
Did
real
he change
name.
his name?
No, his name is Nayvadius.
Don't do that. Dante is about to hold us accountable for these words.
I ain't worried about Dante holding me accountable to shit.
Oh gosh, what's his name? What's his name?
Navy Diaz.
Yeah, so Future, Sierra and Russell Wilson are married, and Sierra is suing Future for child support.
And it's an old story though. This is 2019.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
the child support story is from 2019. Now, current day, Sierra and Future have been going back and forth about him not paying support on time if he was paying at all.
But then
So-
Big Daddy Russell,
Russell Wilson said, "We don't need that nigga money to sum it up.
what is wrong with you?
We don't need his money. Future is my son. I take care of him. He's good. We are already 2 generations ahead of him."
So do we have a letter, please? If we do,
Have a kid from Concord.
daycare, read it. Shut the fuck up.
Oh gosh, I know I promised y'all a letter, but we're gonna get into this topic because it was better than a lot.
because this topic is a lot like this brother's brain,
Yeah.
right?
So
There's a lot of excess skin in this
Future
topic.
has other children, and he also pays support for them. So Russell says, we don't need his money. Future is good. He can keep his money. He needs it more. We are 2 generations ahead of him. I respect Russell Wilson for that. If more people thought like that, then the court systems wouldn't win. You're only taking him to court because you're angry at the time. I would rather him spend time with my child than to pay me child support anyway. So when Russell Wilson said that Sierra didn't need the money, I kind of sort of at first was like, well, Russell, you don't have anything to do with that. That's between 2 parents, and the money is not for Sierra, it's for the baby. So then I said, put the money in the trust fund for the baby, and then whatever he pays goes directly into the trust fund. It never goes, because if you don't need it, you don't need it. It's not paying any bill in your house. It's not buying the kid the clothes or the sneakers, the socks, the nothing. So put it in a trust fund for him. So then when he starts off in life, when he's 18 to 21 years old, he doesn't have to worry about any of these things. So Russell Wilson basically said Future's broke. My money is longer.
Well, Russell Wilson just signed a new contract with the Seattle Seahawks. You know, he has a couple $1 million. He is the only person capable of retiring for the NFL right now and going and having a baseball career. Right? He can play baseball. He was drafted. I don't know what team drafted him, but he was drafted into the Major League Baseball. So, you know, he has two different options. He can retire right now from football and go and play baseball. And in 2 or 3 years get a $350 million contract, right? Like everybody else. But he loves football. He loves playing the sport. So, you know, he's saying, I don't need my wife, because this is what happens.
It sounds like she's begging.
I'm
begging you to take care of your child.
We're in a situation. I have a wife who has a kid, and she's constantly always arguing with the baby dad for money. That puts stress on our relationship. So to alleviate the stress, he was drafted by the Yankees. Thank you, Sonny. We could sit there and say, you know what? No, I don't need you arguing with him. Let's set up a bank account. Whatever he puts in, and then that's Future's money when he turns 18. He can do whatever he wants.
That's how he should have said it.
That's how he said it to her. How he said it to the news.
No, he ain't said it to her like that. He told her we don't need it. Period.
Was you in the room?
They said it. Look at the quotes. He told Sierra, we don't need the money. We're already 2 generations ahead of him. That wasn't a quote he made to the news. He made that to Sierra.
How did you know? How did the news know?
Read it. It's in all the blogs, bro. No. They like Russell Wilson disrespecting Future's money.
He said we're two generations ahead of him.
He broke.
Not he broke.
He can't even pay the child support. He's broke.
Okay, so Future is not broke.
Well, that's what Russ saying.
Russ is saying Future.
That nigga got pennies compared to me.
That's just Russ. That's just a man being a man. In that situation, I want to take all the stresses that plague my wife and bother my wife. I want to take all that stuff off the table. I don't want you stressed out because it fucks up the coochie. Like when you're stressed out, the coochie's like it don't get as wet as it's supposed to. So I need to alleviate all the stresses that you feel from your other baby dad, and we go ahead and do this. But listen, look at this video.
In a pumpkin patch. We're gonna carve some pumpkins out. Future, where's your pumpkin? Yeah.
This one.
Ooh, I gotta pick out one for me, and Dad's gotta pick out one too. We gotta pick out one for Win as well. Which one should be for baby Win?
How about this one? No, this guy.
Baby Win needs a baby one.
Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect.
Which one for Daddy?
Daddy,
Which one for Daddy, Cece?
You pick this guy.
Oh, right there?
Ooh, that's an old man.
Oh, that's a big one. Which one you think?
Pick this guy, Mama.
Okay, that one's for Mommy. All right, perfect.
This one.
I like this one. Cece picked out that one right there.
I didn't see which one you picked.
Yeah.
Which one for Daddy, Cece?
You pick this guy.
So to me, that looks as though it's a happy family. You have Future, who is the oldest child, right? And then you have Cece, and then you have baby Win that they just had not too long ago. That's a happy family.
It is.
I don't need anyone coming in between me and my wife. So we don't need your money. You can see your son. I want you to see your son, right? I want you to be a part of your son's life, but we don't need your money, and you can put it into a trust fund with Sierra. Y'all go there. I don't want to know nothing about this money because my house is taken care of.
He said, I respect when he asked which one is for Daddy. Lil Future said, Daddy, you should get this one. He's not treating him any different.
No different.
So I respect him for saying we don't need the money, but what he's actually saying was that nigga needed more than we do. He's broke.
He has multiple.
He's
Stop
broke.
saying
Bro,
not
he's
broke.
paying for these kids that he made. He
He's
didn't
not
reach the
broke.
10 kids mark where he don't have to pay support yet.
Yeah, you still got to pay support even with 10 kids.
No, you don't. They can't sue you in child support court.
Yeah, but the people that's already there still have.
Oh, well, they already there. But they are a very happy family. Right, Lakeisha?
So Future has a net worth of $40 million. He's not broke, right? He's earned his wealth from different sources: song and songwriter, single sales.
And what's Russell's
album
net worth?
touring.
Let's see what's Russell's net worth. Let's just go straight to that, so we can see what this 40 million is compared to Russ. Go ahead.
All right, calm down.
Dun 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 dun.
Russell Wilson is worth $135 million.
Keep your money, bro. Keep your money. Drop the case here. Drop the case. Show them, because they make, if you keep bickering back and forth, either it's you want them or you don't. You bickering back and forth because you want them. You still got feelings for them. It's something. So show me the truth that you don't, and we're gonna drop this case and let him be. You want to see Lil Future? Tell him take us to court for a visitation, right? And so on and so
I
forth.
don't think you need the court for that.
But some people don't know how. If I tell you come, all right, this is the schedule that I have. You can get them every other weekend and 2 days out the week. That's 14 days a month, right? And then you tell me, oh, I can't get them on Tuesday because I got something to do, and Wednesday not looking good either. Now you've already inconvenienced my schedule. Oh, you want me to get them every other weekend so you can. That's why people need the courts to insert a schedule for them, because you have to follow these guidelines. Or I'm not bringing them home tonight. We got X, Y, and Z to do tomorrow. I made plans, but that's not your day. Plan and schedule around your days so that you can't come to an agreement with two high-headed people who feels as though they have ownership over this one particular thing.
No one has ownership over the child, and when you make the child a product of ownership and you push ownership into the child, you're actually dampening the child's self-worth.
Right.
Right. So when we go to child support and we argue over these things, it hurts the children as they get older, because the father feels some type way, the mother feels some type way. So right now, Sierra is happy, and Future is happy doing what Future is happy doing.
But he still keeps mentioning Sierra every time you turn
because
around.
it was a woman that got away, and
She was the woman that got away, but you didn't
Well, she got
appreciate her
oh,
when
she got married.
She
Oh,
she
got
leveled up.
married. She leveled all the
she
way the fuck
leveled up.
Right.
And that man genuinely loves her. Like, they just showed a video of him like just staring at her. Every woman in the world heart melted. Oh my God! Did you see how Russell looked at Sierra?
Right.
It was a conversation in
That's
the hairdresser.
love. I want that.
That they want that.
Right.
But they're not. Sierra is actually submissive to Russell though.
You'll be submissive to an NFL player too.
No, she's submissive to the man. She's not even worrying about his statue.
Oh, trust me, she is.
I don't think so. I think she genuinely loves him.
I think she generally loves him, but because of who he is, the workouts that he has every day, the way he keeps his body in shape, the way he's.
No, I think it's just the way he
training
treats him.
Future to be a quarterback. He in all types of football.
Oh, I know.
Like he young.
His
but
daughter gonna be a football player too.
His daughter ain't gonna play football. His daughter's gonna play baseball or softball or volleyball. She's gonna go to Stanford. She's gonna get.
Dad, why can't I play football?
Because it's not for
We're
women.
equal.
It's not. No, we are not. I put you out there with them men, and they hit you like they hit you, and you.
As long as I get to hit him back.
But you can't hit them like they hit you. You get the fuck up, and you like, I don't want to play no more. You can kick. Can you kick? Can you be a kicker? Absolutely.
I don't know. I just feel like he should tell her if he's telling her to let go to child support, let go to child support. I'm your husband. I plan on being your husband for the rest of our lives. Let's let go to child support. But he's definitely downplaying Future's money. He ain't got as much as I do.
Yeah, he definitely don't.
So it is what it is.
But how do we feel?
No, I'm not saying that she do want him, Keisha. I'm saying that that's how it looks. When someone goes back and forth with a person after you broke up, you're like, damn, they must still want each other. That's from the outside looking in. Like, why they keep arguing? Not even considering the fact that you can't communicate with the person because you're claiming ownership. This is the problem. As the moment you break up with somebody, it's my son, my daughter. Then when you want them to come get your son or come get your daughter, you make the animosity so high between the two of y'all by claiming that's my son, that's my daughter. I make the rules. They live in my house. We are so angry with the person that we claim ownership so quickly that we forget that child was made and conceived by us both. And then we look at it like, they don't get no say so. It's my rules. They live in my house. I pay for everything. Everything that he or she has, I pay for. They do nothing. But in the reality of it is, even if they send in a $5 check, that's $5 less than what you have to spend. People don't give credit for stuff like that. It took me a long time to do that. I always say with my oldest daughter, father, I was so angry at him, but I was so young that I didn't realize that parenting was the most important part of this. So when it was all said and done, I destroyed their relationship. But I gave him enough time to construct their relationship. When she turned 12, it was no more child support. It was no more, this is my daughter, because I saw the importance of him being a part of her way more than my anger for him.
Right.
So when it was all said and done, he decided not to go forth with the relationship. I started letting her stay the night. He stopped coming to pick her up. You want to come get her tomorrow? I was telling her to call him without asking for something and everything. She never needed him for nothing, not materialistic, but she needed his time. So now when my grandson walked past him and called him by his first name, hit the roof. I don't think, this is your second time seeing him though. So the relationship that you didn't have with her, you were supposed to conduct with him and her daughter, and you're not doing that. That's on you. I didn't lose, you do. But it took me 12 years to understand that. 12 years to realize that the most important part of this whole situation was their relationship, not my anger. People allow the anger of the failed relationship to control and consume them so bad, they take it straight to child support court. They take the kid, the time is off. You can't have no more time with the kid. You're never going to heal for as long as you hold on to that hurt that caused from your relationship splitting. If the kid was the only reason why y'all was supposedly having a good relationship, then you should be happy that it's over, because now you get to see the person for who they are. But who am I? I'm just the mom.
You are the mom, but there are a lot of fathers out here that will feel some type way about the way Russell Wilson is conducting himself with his child. Right? It's not yours. It's
not
child.
yours. But
So,
if you stepped up more as his father,
that's right. Hey,
Russell wouldn't have that opportunity.
But this is what I say. If you are with the child's mother, then in all actuality, it is your job to make sure the child is good. It's my job to make sure the child is good on my side. So when the child comes with me, when the child's with me, but when he's living in your house, it's your house. I don't have a problem
No,
with that.
I don't agree with that. I think that if my child is living in the house with you, it's still my job to make sure that he's good. So I'm not a part of the everyday life, but I am a part of most decisions.
I'm not a part of most decisions because that's your house.
No, I am a part of anything that has to do with, if my children go live with their father, right? I'm not a part of what they do inside of the house, but any decision, he has a doctor's appointment on Tuesday, okay, well, I can come to the doctor's appointment. He has the school program. Well, I can come to the school program. I'm a part of his life. I just don't live with him. That doesn't stop me from being a concerned parent. That doesn't stop me from constructively being there. It doesn't stop me. It just says that I can't tell him he has to go to bed at 8 o'clock.
If the father
That's on you.
doing his part, right? You can't speak on what the stepfather's doing if the father
is not doing his part.
Right.
So now, if I am doing my part as
I
the
still
other
can't
parent,
speak on what you're doing in
I
your
can
house.
say to you,
In your
this
house.
is no, but I can also have a conversation with you.
Absolutely.
This is
We
my
definitely gonna do
child,
that.
and I totally understand. My dad always said, if that man is going to be with you, he's going to be a part of that child's life.
Right.
So he has just as much say as anybody else. So when my kid's father chastised my son, my father said he was right. Nobody else thought he was right. You can't let him chastise him. That's not his dad. I'm like, well, he's been here for 5 years. It's not stopping his dad from being his dad, because guess what his dad came and did? Fucked him up too. So it's not like his dad is not making decisions as a parent. We claim ownership. This is my house. It's my rules. Okay, so then when he goes outside, what is he supposed to do? When he comes to my house, he has to follow my rules too. So when we're on one accord, he goes to bed at 8 p.m. So when he's at your house or my house at 8 p.m., he's in the bed so that we have an understanding. I'm not trying to be the parent. I'm just trying to help with the co-parenting. I am a part of this. Huh?
Nah, Russell said he needs to check out Kevin Samuels. I don't think Russell stepped into this situation the wrong way. He was just saying, I'm tired of you fussing and fighting with Future. That's it. And to qualm all this fussing and fighting, we don't need his money. Your son, my daughters, our other is Win
That's
a boy?
true.
Is Win a boy? I don't know.
When is a boy?
So we have 2 sons and a daughter. We're fine. We don't really need him. Now, if he wants to contribute, then put that money in trust. You feel me? Or put that money in something for Future for later. But let's have a conversation with Future. And I think as a man, Future
Nah, I would have did it too. We got
needs-
egos on the line, nigga. Your money don't match mine. We don't need your money.
But see, when the egos are on the line, you have confusion. Mm-hmm. Right? So the ego is the devil.
Yeah, go
to
to
me.
confusion.
Ego is the devil to me. If you're talking about how good you are and how much you have, you're not concerned with the most important thing, and that's the child. The child is the most important thing in this conversation. So I don't think that Russell said it to hurt Future. I think he said it, he said it honestly so that Sierra could understand. Because sometimes you have to say things so people understand it. I can say we're good, but you don't understand how good we are. Like, we're literally good for 2 generations. That means your grandkids and great-grandkids are fine. We just need someone in between to keep the ladder going or keep the things going. So
He called little Future my son. He said my son is fine.
That's his fucking son.
Okay, so he meant to hurt Future when he said he needs the money more than we do.
Future shouldn't see it as a hurt
He
situation.
did. He did. You got it. How did it get exposed? He didn't make these. They didn't make these comments out in public. Who told it?
Wow.
Someone close to the party said.
I wouldn't be hurt if any of my baby moms decided to marry somebody that was that had the money.
It's not about the hurt of the married part. It's the hurt of what he said. He needs the money more than we do. He has other children that he has to take care of. He's barely paying the support when it's due. So clearly he needs the money more than we do.
Yeah, he did, JP. Sometimes you got to be disrespectful to get respect. Listen, if you're being disrespectful, that's just more disrespect that's coming in. I don't see Russell Wilson as that type of person.
I do. Nigga, you couldn't be the man that she needed you to be, and now
For this fucking situation.
I'm telling you, Russell, because he had so much to say when they first got together.
Who?
Future did. He had so much to say about
Yeah,
Russell
'cause
Wilson and
he felt
Sierra.
as though he could still get
I am
Sierra.
going to be the man you couldn't be.
Right.
And this is not even a comparison. Like, I dated her, I courted her, I've always wanted her. Now I got her. I'm not trying to lose her. Me telling you you don't have to pay child support for your son is a smack in the face to you, because it says, nigga, you should have been paying it just because I'm Russell Wilson. You should have been giving her the $2,000 a month that was required for you to give without question. You should have never said, the first moment he called on the phone and said, hey, I'm gonna be late with that payment, Russell Wilson laughed. That's how I'm viewing it. You just gotta put yourself in their heads and be like, oh, he found that funny.
It was shade, but he did it respectfully. Now you can have shade and do it respectfully.
You can't have shade and do it respectfully.
What do you mean? There's
He's barely paying the
There's
support.
shade that you're
It's
comfortable- hold on,
obvious
hold on,
that
hold on.
he needs it more than we
in
do.
real life. Is there shade that you're comfortable standing in, and then shade that's uncomfortable?
Bro,
Answer my question.
if I say to you,
God. Can you just answer my question?
what?
Is there shade that you're comfortable standing in, and then shade that's uncomfortable?
The shade of the tree, yeah. But if when you say
So
something
you can say it
shady,
respectfully, and you can say it disrespectfully.
if I say to you, well, you barely playing anyway, so you obviously you need it more than me. I didn't say that with respect behind them words.
Yeah, you did, because you realized that I didn't have it.
You thought that was a realization. No, that was a realization that I got more money than you.
All right, well, congratulations.
If you
my
barely
son
pay,
gets to benefit from his mother dating an NFL player that makes more money than me, that is a benefit to me as a deadbeat father, that I don't have to do anything. Now,
guess what they gonna say in 5 years? Remember when Russell Wilson told Future he have to pay that money?
Nav just want him to step out of line.
Who? No, I don't think that Russ stepped out of
she seen
line.
it from Russ picking up the phone and calling Future. I don't have Russell calling Future. I don't have Russell having a conversation.
I don't
with
have
Future.
him calling him either,
I
but
have
he
him
said
telling
it in the
Sierra,
article.
Hey, baby, listen. You know, we good for two
He said it
generations.
in the article. He said he's barely
It's Russell
paying.
Wilson.
He's barely paying now, so
Not to
obviously
call
he
Russell
needs
Wilson
the
no
money.
punk enough and not like that.
Listen.
I ain't calling him no sissy. But
Well,
I'm
guess
saying,
what?
And I'm not saying Future is this big bad motherfucker from
He's
Atlanta
not.
either. But I'm just saying he didn't call him and say that to him personally, so you can't call it shade. He said it to Sierra, and that's pillow talking.
He said that shit out loud, bro. He said that. He said that in a pillow talk. He said, "Well, it's obvious that he's barely paying anyway."
You
So
can respectfully
he's-
throw shade. You can.
Nah, he ain't say
All the time.
respectfully
You throw-
behind
you
it.
respectfully throw shade on me all the time.
He ain't respectful. You
Say I
lie.
can't read. You laugh at me when I'm reading.
Good
Yo,
morning, my
Duck.
friend. Hey, Duck. Listen,
No, I've never seen you on the
He
page.
said-
I gotta make sure you like the page, Duck, just for that. Right.
he said,
Never seen Duck on the line. Has Duck ever been on the line before? In the beginning, he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, welcome back, good brother.
hashtag respectfully. He didn't put that on there. He didn't say respectfully. He ain't say, you know what I'm saying? He ain't say none of that. He said, quote,
He just want to take.
he said, quote,
He wants his
he's
wife-
barely paying,
He wants his wife
Anyway,
to be stress-free. Because I'm telling you,
quote. So obviously he needs it more than we do.
when females are stressing and
just
they're
don't
going
want-
back and forth with the baby dad,
You can't read. She is a lie.
the vagina is different. So he wanted to be able to feel it
Listen,
because she's stressing over Future, and it's like, yo,
quote, he's barely paying anyway. Next quote. So obviously he needs it more than we do.
obviously.
But he also threw the other kids in there. Come on. If y'all didn't read the whole article, then we got issue. I only glanced through the article, so I have the issue. So here's the thing. Quote, and he got other kids that can use it more than we can. Like we 2 generations ahead. So we good over here. He worth $135 million on the books. Future worth $40 million, and I think they tweaked that. Especially if it's all facts. It was a hard statement. It wasn't disrespectful though. I'm not saying, yeah, it was disrespectful. I don't care what y'all say. Russell said what he said, and I love it. Thank you, sis. I don't think it was very disrespectful. And Sierra is for the shits. She right there with him. Period. Pooh. He said what he said. My man said, we don't need your money, Future. Not petty shit.
She'll have him ready to rumble.
Yes, because me right there. Shit, Future Russell Wilson said you need that money more than him. How much you got to pay
He
Sierra?
didn't say that.
He did say it, bro.
He didn't say that.
He said he needs the
He said
money
he
more
could-
than us.
He said he could use the money
More than we could.
more than we could.
What's the difference in what I said?
You're saying he needs it.
What's the difference?
Could use is
It's a polite way of saying it.
could-
So that's the politeness in the
that's
shade.
the politeness in the shade.
Okay, well, it's still shady as
It's
shit,
still
bro.
shady as shit.
Guess what?
I'm not gonna say it wasn't shady. I'm just saying it wasn't.
I'ma get him to
disrespect-
fight.
It wasn't. Man, we
I-
need that nigga money. Man, that nigga can keep that shit.
Listen.
That's disrespectful. Him sitting there saying, "Nah." Navy is what it was. What it is, P. All right.
Listen,
What was it, P? Navyvadius. Navidus.
say it again.
Navidus.
Spell it again.
Navidus.
Spell it again.
Nayvadius. Navidus.
Nevadas.
Nevadis.
You got to be black.
Why you gotta be black?
Nevadas.
It's Navidus.
Nevadas.
Navidus.
All right, just tell him to pronounce it.
Tell who, Siri?
Yeah, Siri, pronounce Future's real name.
Siri, pronounce Future's real name.
Here's what I found.
She ain't gonna fuck with Siri.
She can't say it. That's why it's Nevadas. He could have said.
Shut the fuck up. Siri.
But Russell put himself in an awkward situation. What if they break up? Then Sierra's gonna walk away a wealthy woman.
Well, he
The
still
same
pay
way
child
the
support for a
same way the
child
wife
that's not his.
the same way the wife of the Chicago's did. What's his name?
Michael Jordan.
The wife of the Chicago's shows.
Chicago.
The shows. What's the wife name?
I don't know.
What's the movie the TV producer name?
I don't fucking know.
His wife walked away with $220 million. The richest woman in the world.
No, that's fucking. What's her name?
What's her
The
name?
richest woman in the world is the
Amazon.
yeah.
Okay, I was wrong. I was talking about the two of them last night.
Singing her songs.
Yeah,
She got married to a school teacher.
the rich lady.
Yeah.
So she married to a school teacher.
Yeah.
She better keep him forever. He leaving with half of that.
Nah, he ain't leaving with half of that.
She signed a prenup.
He just happy to be there.
Oh,
You don't get no. See, as a man, you don't get no divorce from no woman with a whole bunch of money.
that's what they just did to
Who?
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry is.
And
different.
ain't J Lo about to go through the same thing? Did y'all
J-Lo
watch
and-
Law and Order last
J-Lo
night?
and Halle Berry are two.
Did you
different-
watch Law and Order last night?
No, I don't have cable.
It's on regular TV, bro. Come on, channel 10.
I don't have cable.
It's on regular
I
TV.
don't have cable.
You got a Fire Stick.
I don't have cable.
I don't have cable either.
I don't have a Fire Stick.
You lying, bro? I
I don't
can't
have a
believe
TV.
you're lying, bro. It's a TV. It's a TV right
I
here.
was doing the shows last night. Mike Check moved to from
So you
Friday
didn't-
to Thursday. No, I didn't. I wanted to watch it, so I'm gonna watch it tonight though.
So you didn't see Stabler's return?
No, I wasn't.
He in some shit, man. I don't know what's going on with Stabler. He's done pissed me off, and I don't want to live with him. And I'm really upset over that. They gonna kill Kathy off 10 minutes into the show. Kathy did not deserve to die. Maybe she was a boring character, but still. Jeff Bezos' wife, Mackenzie, she donated a lot of that money to the HBCUs. Yup.
You got an antenna? No, I don't got one. Can you bring me one?
No, she cannot.
Yo, you shot the fuck out. Yo, you was shot the fuck out, bro. Like, you was tripping.
Law
she
and Order aired last night with a crossover with Law and Order. What's the name of the show? Law and Order what? SVU had a crossover with Law and Order, whatever.
Organized Crime?
Organized Crime.
Is it?
So Stabler's return was last night. And if you are a Law and Order fan, this was the most important time of your Thursday. So Law and Order came on. Liv steps up. She's like, Elliot. I said, my heart was like, boom, 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 boom. Right? I got a hanger for you. But Law and Order aired last night, and Stabler's return. Stabler into some stuff. They done killed Kathy, which I felt some type of way. Them kids do not like Liv, and I'm going to talk about it every Friday. So
Kathy,
y'all better
who's
watch
Kathy?
it. Kathy is Stabler's wife.
Oh.
So, he left. He didn't tell Liv why he left. He retired from the police force. They say he retired because he shot that girl inside the police station. She came to the station with a gun and he shot her. But it was a clean shoot. But they saying that it wasn't now in this new series or whatever. And Liv is about to investigate Stabler and try to get him for murder. Y'all, I was so stressed out last night. Law and Order between Chicago Med, Fire, and PD and Law and Order SVU. I don't know what's
It's a
going on.
crossover event,
It was crossover last night. It was a 2-hour show.
but they put it so it's organized crime. So he's a suspect in the murder of his wife.
No, he's a suspect in the murder of the man who was going to... Well, he's not a suspect yet. But Liv went to meet him, and he wasn't there. He was acting suspicious. He had went to this carnival place to meet the man who's going to tell him who put the bomb in the car. So he went to meet... The man had met with his son. His son done killed him on the Ferris wheel. It's just too much. Like, I was trying to keep up. I'm stressed out. My mom keep calling me, Monkey, did you see this? And me and my mom watch these shows together, like on FaceTime. And you know when you watching a show with somebody's TV is always behind, it's always mine. So she yelling first. I said, Mom, I got to call you on a commercial. I can't
You got
talk
a
to
hanger
you.
for me. Don't have no hanger. I need a fire stick.
You got a Fire
I
Stick.
know. I got a couple. I'm gonna watch
Oh,
it
my
today.
nerves.
I'm gonna watch it today.
You got to watch it because the return, he wrote her a note. He wrote her, they wanted him to speak. Liv was getting honored.
'Cause guess what?
What?
I don't have nothing to do.
Today?
I don't have no car.
Today?
Yeah, it's Friday.
You ain't got nothing to do?
Nothing to do. Mike Check moved they show to Thursday.
Oh, wow. So they not on Fridays?
I don't got nothing to do on Fridays.
So that's why Jabri not here today because he had to work with Mike Check last night. I'm going to check the shit out of
I don't know why
them.
Jabri ain't here today. Maybe
I'm
he
going to
just
check
for-
Mike Check.
maybe
Tell
he
him
just-
I said what I said.
Maybe he just forgot, or maybe he took that job.
He went to get a job?
Maybe he did. He
Oh,
said he was
man.
trying to get. He said, "Fuck unemployment." Unemployment wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
gonna
unemployment
get a
back to
job.
work. They
Yeah.
ain't playing.
They ain't playing no games.
But I don't know. I watched Law and Order. If you watch the Chicago PD was really good this week.
You
They
heard what she
kidnapped.
said? You see what she said?
What?
Yep. Go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
I just call her.
You ain't shit.
Hey, cousin. No, that's like my real cousin though. Like her mom and my mom are sisters.
Oh shit, that's what's up.
Our grandmother is Bessie Ruth Curry.
That's what's up.
Yeah, our grandmother was the one that had everybody sit at the table. You either gonna play together or you gotta go.
Oh, you gotta go.
That's our grandmother.
Right. That's good.
Hey,
wrong?
cousin. I need another keychain.
Yeah, I needed to come up here and talk about all the good things that she. What is that pokey thing that they got? Does that hurt you?
Which one?
The thing that long thing with the curves and shit. Is that a stabbing mechanism?
Yeah, probably. Are you talking about? No, that's the Harley Quinn. That's the bat with the flashlight and the taser on there. Get with Shanika though. Get with Defense by Daria for all your defense needs. Women. Some men can have it too because she has like these.
I need all that shit.
She has brass
I need a taser,
knuckles.
brass
She has
knuckles.
taser.
Right.
She has a hand taser for joggers. It's called a jogger taser. She has so many different things to help you defend yourself.
A pretty dagger.
A pretty dex. Everything has something to do with a girl.
Right.
But it's BM and
It's BM like a what?
like a shank.
Ooh. Yeah, I need
Yeah.
a couple of them.
That's true. But get with her. Get with Defense by Daria on Facebook and Instagram. Contact her. She has everything that you need. She's at every pop-up shop. I swear to God. She said,
Stabbing a motherfucker in the temple with
yeah. She has everything. I'm so proud of her. I swear to goodness, because I would have never thought to get into defense toys, but I know why she got into it. I said toys, weapons.
They turn into dildos?
No, they don't. So I know why she got into making sure women could defend themselves. I'm very proud of her. She's going to come up here soon and tell her story.
Absolutely.
She just said I'm mobile now and I can come up there and do the interview with y'all. So even now we can come to you. So we can come to your table and interview
How about
you.
that?
So listen, so that's a new thing here at CMP. We can come to you, interview you about your business in the comfort of your space, wherever you want to be. It's no,
Coming here to the studio is free.
but us
Us
coming
coming
to you,
that's gonna cost. We'll work that out.
I'll pay for her.
Maybe you can give us some.
No, so get with Defense by
can't get a
Daria.
dagger?
No,
What the hell's wrong?
she's not giving away any free product. Defense by
But I'm
Daria.
supposed to give away free product?
That's what we're here for.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a community based station. They can donate. She donates all the time.
She definitely does. So you all right? She already got it.
Yeah. So she wasn't at ours. Come on to the next one. She wasn't there, Keisha. But guess what? I'm gonna honestly say, just like her, I didn't know about the pop up shop until P told me.
Right.
So I didn't see it at y'all's, but she'll definitely be there. She said it when you first announced that y'all were gonna have a next one, that she wanted to be there. But like she has everything handheld. She had shout out to Rita. She won the Harley Quinn bet. I said, "What are you doing with it?" I get in her car. Guess what's sitting there? The Harley Quinn bet. Said, "Are you ready? Ready?" She said, "It's reachable."
It's reachable.
So like
Ooh, she gave 100 stars. Go ahead. Why you giving all these stars?
Because she's always donating. But if you are a woman and you don't feel safe and you can't get your firearm license, get with Defense by Daria. That's all I'm saying.
Even if you
Did he pop in
Jabri.
with the eyes?
Hey Jabri, how you doing? It's Friday.
Hey, Jabri.
Right. You know, you usually here on
Maybe
Fridays.
he didn't come because I ain't had my iPhone, so I couldn't cash app him. Because I give him a donation during the show.
Yeah.
He does a good job. Yep, won't miss the next one. Yeah, so Defense by Daria is named after her daughter. And I let her tell her story when she come up here. She came and got the Joker too. Wow. Listen, I mean, she has everything that you need. She has car protection.
New job, I told you.
I'm getting Jabri fired today. Jabri, tell him you can't work on Fridays.
Now he has to work on Fridays.
No,
Can't
he
work
don't.
on the weekends.
And he got to work on the weekends.
No, he can't work on the weekends.
He don't have to work on Fridays.
He at work.
You know what? I'm sick of y'all with y'all rules. No.
Well, we knew that was gonna happen. He said it the other day.
June 12th at the Leak Center. Send me your email today.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, speaking of things that are coming back, everybody remembers Johnny May Presents?
Mm-hmm.
Jamdora, May 22nd, 2021. Listen, man, mark your calendar. Save the date. September 5/22. Tickets go on sale April 14th through the 28th. This event is going to sell out. First come, first serve. Get ready.
What'd you say September for?
I didn't say September.
You did just say September.
I did not say September. I said Saturday.
Bro, you said September.
I said September.
May 20
My
something.
fault. Well, Saturday, May 22nd. Tickets go on sale April 14th through the 28th. They said I can't read.
What is this for?
I can't see either, right? There will be a limited amount of tickets that will be sold for this event. This event will be first come, first serve. If you plan to attend, I encourage you to set a reminder. This is a highly anticipated event. Tickets will sell out. Tickets will be available for purchase beginning April 14th through the 28th. The ticket price is $25. There's a small plate included, provided by At More Than Food. Share, like, comment, tag, jam session, Johnny May events, Johnny May Baby, Johnny May Experience, Chester events.
Troyana's back?
Yes, she is.
Troyana.
Yes, she
Miss
is.
Johnny May herself.
Yes, she is.
Oh, it's Johnny May, baby.
Yes, she is.
Oh, it's Johnny May, baby. Oh my gosh, he's right. It is a highly anticipated event. Mike Martin. Mike, can I still pay $300
For what?
for his credit? I
I
don't even need
to
it.
do it cheaper. No, I'm just joking. You know, don't you hate when black people do that shit?
Yeah, or you
That's
can
the
do it
worst.
yourself.
I can do it for you now. Don't worry about it. You don't gotta pay.
No,
it.
I don't have bad credit though. What
hit
I
Mike
have on
Martin
my
up.
credit, what
Definitely
I have
hit
on my
Mike Martin
credit
up.
is student loans. I didn't even know I had. I have two. Like my credit is literally $3,000.
I just called. You know, I had the truck. Truck. I had like $20,000 left on the truck. Pay it off. So you know, I let them go through their thing, and they called me the other day. So I'm gonna pay them $5,000.
Oh, look at that!
So that's $20,000. So I was $31,000 in debt.
I have $3,000 in debt.
So once that 20 comes off, it'll be 10, and then it'll be more negotiable for me to, you know, begin to pay off all my.
Yeah,
people
I have $3,000 in debt. From a student loan, one is $1,200, and one is $1,500. Like I don't understand where it
Can
came
you do
from.
my taxes today? Bayard said do his taxes today. Oh shit. It's 12 o'clock. It's CMPRadio.net. It's 12 o'clock. Let's go. It's CMPRadio.net. This is the morning meeting, man. We want to
Kai,
thank
Uncle Bay, I said,
everybody
can you do his taxes today?
for tuning in, for being a part of the family. Listen, make sure you're here Monday
Yeah, I'm
morning,
sorry.
man, bright and early, man. We're going to start. We're going to get the day kicked off talking about what happened over the weekend. And I
Yes.
think the topic on Monday is whatever the hell we say it is. It's CMPRadio.net. Man, listen, hit up Mike Martin for your credit shit. Hit up Nafati Williams to do your taxes.
Ho.
And-
Pause.
What?
Nafati Williams does not do taxes.
Damn, you don't do taxes no more?
Nafati Williams' daughters does taxes.
Oh, shit.
Boom.
Hit him up and hit her up and find out how you can get that shit happen.
Or I can teach you how to do it yourself.
Yeah. And
But
hit up
Kai
Diamond.
said he's going to do your taxes today. She's going to do your taxes today. She said because you only have 14 days left, she's going to do your taxes today. Nafati Williams' daughters is on the move.
P,
Boom, boom,
anything
boom,
over
boom, boom.
$600 is going to be reported as income. What's she talking about? Anything over $600? What happened? I don't know what you're talking about, Sarita. Don't.
I think it was something we said.
Anyway, hit up Diamond for if you need protection, ladies. Listen, and hit
Defense.
up Mind Our Own Businesses, man.
Promotion.
It's CMPRadio.net. You
Mike
already
Martin
know.
credit.
Their family. We're
Sarita
family.
Lash for gourmet garments. Can I say gourmet garments?
Are they eating the garments?
No, but still, it's like elegant
Elegant garments, right? Anything over
She about to
600.
fuck props. She said, I get so excited.
I can't wait to see what she does for my daughter.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
I know her work.
Tax deadline has been extended. It's
It has
longer.
to June.
Right. I just want them to give me my fucking $200
Why are you only getting $200?
because I had to, I didn't have any kids to claim this year.
You had enough write-off. You should at least got $1,500.
Nah, I ain't get $1,500. I ain't worried about it though. Listen,
Oh, give me
as long
$5.
as I don't owe them anything, I'm good. It's CMPRadio.net, man. It's the morning meeting. It's Miss Info. It's Uncle P. We want to say we love everybody out there.
Love you guys.
We want y'all to be safe, man. Have a safe weekend. See y'all Monday.
And tell them niggas y'all need that money. They need it more than y'all. Go ahead, Russ.
Motherfucker bank, that's a plot alone. And when it come to business, you should mind your own. Cause it could be you staring down that fire on. Ain't good hitting from a mile along. Even in a different language.